Run when the rhythm's right. Go into the night. Throw until you're out of sight and you're out of my mind. Run when the rhythm's right. Go into the night. Floating as the river flows, easy as it goes to the ocean. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. Promise me, but you never tried. Secrets in your eye, you go and run, I'll hide. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. I don't ever wanna be crowned, just another prize. It breaks my heart, heart, breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart. Lost in the midnight blue, shadows of the moon. Here with open arms for you, feeling something so new. Said with me you'd reach the sun, oh but we were so young. Love me till the summer's done, but keep me in your heart, so I hold on. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. Promise me, but you never tried. Secrets in your eye, you go and run, I'll hide. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. I don't ever wanna be crowned, just another prize. It breaks my heart. Colors of the sky, breaks my heart. All I see is colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. Colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. But all I see is colors of the sky. Colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. All I see is Shook me to the ground now, and somehow I feel like you don't know me. Shook me to the ground now, I don't even know how. Brought me to a life that you never showed me. Coming from a locked up ghost of yourself, but you're coming from the light. There's more to you than you ever thought there was. Yeah, you're coming from the light.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome. My name is Resorty, and to you, one and all, I say, hello. Oh, where's the button? Hello. I pushed the camera button, and my little camera button pop-up says it's not working. Well, that's no good. Let's use manually. Hello, friends. That's very strange. I updated the broadcasting software this morning, and apparently my Stream Deck does not like that at all. Whichever way, hello, good to see you. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are in the world. It's good seeing you, Pepper. Hello, friend Jim. Jim, you won every game of pickleball this evening. You are truly becoming the master of pickleball. Everyone at the gym will fear you. They'll be climbing through the tournament, winning big, and meet the wall that is Jim. Whichever way, I hope you had some fun, my friend. Thank you very much for hanging out with us, and congratulations. Seriously, hope it was a good time. Hello, Volo. Hello, Steve. George, it's good seeing you. R Squared, welcome. Some true blue faithful fans visiting today. It's all good to see you folks at the early beginning of the stream. I was up this morning at 3:30 a.m. for a lovely Wrexham match, which we proceeded to lose 0-1. Good. It was a fun match. I had a good time. Increasingly, though, I think, man, waking up at 3:30 for anything other than catching an airplane is probably not a great use of my energy. The older I get, the less sure I am about the goodness of this decision, but I'll probably keep doing it at least for the remainder of the season. This is how you know I'm really into it. I'm willing to sacrifice sleep, because for me, there's nothing better in the world than sleep. It is refreshing, it's a way of avoiding the problems of the world, it's altogether very, very good. But I say no more sleep, instead Wrexham. Yeah, it was an away match, though, the kind of thing we weren't expected to win big, but a draw would have been nice. Whichever way. Other than that, back to teaching today. Had a longer weekend because of national holiday earlier this week. Got some grading done. Do not have it all done, but feel like Friday should be finished. Almost certainly. And yeah, it's nice to be here with you again. We're playing some more Millennia today. I have some ideas of how to improve the playthrough. It just requires doing some grunt work, some scut work, some kind of boring reallocation that I don't really feel like doing, but to start the stream with some good energy, the good energy like, I don't know, cleaning, right? You don't like cleaning, it's not much fun to wash all the dishes and scrub the floor, but you're glad to have done it. So I think we're at a point now where we want to start pivoting some of our military production into instead education and knowledge production to try to speed up on knowledge to catch up to the other teams. This man I should have done at the beginning of the game, but we went hard into military instead just to defeat all comers. Now we mostly hold the continent by ourselves, and we'll see how that goes. Should be fine. Other than that, not too much going on here, just another exciting day in Resortyville. Delighted as always that my students draw me little pictures on their exams. One student at the very end of her exam drew a little picture that was labeled as Mr. Cool Guy, and it was a living mushroom. And I think this is amazing. Underneath Mr. Cool Guy, though, she wrote a question that I had to ignore. That's not quite true. The question she wrote was, may I have extra credits? And so I wrote, nice picture, but no. And then I drew her a little mushroom also with a frown on it and said, Mr. Sad Guy. And I gotta say, one of my favorite things about teaching is just the unexpected contributions students make, whether in the classroom or on their exams. Of course, the case that they're complete people, and so they have jokes and feelings and so on. But often they hide that part of themselves from teachers. They think teachers only want the buttoned-up, good student version of them. And I'm glad when they show me behind the scenes a little bit and get to get to understand them more as a full person, and understand that fundamentally we're just connecting as humans, despite the hierarchy involved. Slivers, good to see you. Hello, HPG. How is it going? Thinking ahead. Right now we have our Millennia playthrough continuing. On the other side of this weekend, though, I'm thinking we'll go to some other game. I am enjoying Millennia, but it is becoming a tiny bit repetitive. It's this kind of thing that if I were playing off stream, I could easily imagine saying, okay, one more turn, forever. But after a certain point, there's not much to talk about other than we're going to move our armies once more. Hey, it's a whole turn of moving our armies. And so in these cases, I need to come up with other topics to discuss, and so I'll be doing more of that today, I hope. But yeah, late game is a little bit grindy. Mid to late game, I suppose, feels a little bit grindy right now. And I don't quite know what can be done to fix that. This is true of a lot of large grand strategy and 4X games. After a certain point, one becomes large enough, there are no substantial challenges left. We're a weaker player, probably there'd be more moments of things absolutely falling apart, but so far everything seems basically under control. So next week we'll probably go to some other game, not quite sure what. There are a few that have come out recently that I should be checking out. I keep saying we're going to play EU4 one of these days. Maybe next week is the week to learn EU4 more fully, though again, that's a game that does have kind of a grindy mid to late game, so who knows. Whichever way, we'll have a good time, we'll have some fun, I sure do hope. I promise, though, we will not be playing any more backpack battles. I swear, on my honor, as a scout, I will not play more backpack battles, even though it was pretty darn fun. We gotta try other games too. Gotta play other games, gotta keep it going. HPG, for you, I felt like the early game was very tough. Absolutely agreed. This is one feature of the game that people have been complaining about over on the Paradox Plaza subreddit. That the early game is just way too aggressive. Both the barbarians actively attacking your cities in very early game, and then also the way in which no matter what you do, the computer knows where you are, as well as it's knowing how strong you are. And so if they think they can take you over early, they will attempt to do so. We got stuck in a very early war with the Zulus. It worked out, we defended ourselves, but it was not up to plan. And apparently every single every single playthrough has the same kind of feature. I want to say defect, but I'm not sure it actually is. It's possible this is a distinguishing feature between Civ and Millennia, where early game needs to be a little bit more aggressive. Maybe Backpack Battles should be a Patreon exclusive. Probably no Patreon, but I have considered what would it be to create special videos for people who subscribe. I don't know, probably won't do it. If I'm gonna make videos off stream, they'll probably be like RimWorld tutorials, which I've been threatening to make for years and years. That said, the end of the semester is coming, and so I want to say, and I'm not promising yet, but I want to say that over the semester break, I will make at least one tutorial video for some game. Now, what game that will be, no idea. What will it be? Who knows? But with that said, I'm gonna try to make one real video because I will have more time, as I won't be actively teaching, won't be doing any active, preparation and grading and so on. We'll have more time. Chip would like a word with me. I'm sure he would. Now, I don't want to tell you honestly, but the real and sincere truth of it is I may have deleted the save file for our Chips Challenge YouTube playthrough. It was really fun and then really stressful, and it was hanging there over my head saying, like, Resorty, come work on me. And I said, I've got to teach and grade. And then the YouTube comments came in, where is the rest of the series? And so I deleted the save files. I'm so sorry. It was the only way I could deal with that kind of stress. Hello, Adam. How's it going? RimWorld tutorials. That's your game. That's what you do, Adam. It's so good seeing you again. I saw you released a new tutorial for how clothing works, which is such a good tutorial to make. Because I think for a lot of folks, there's not understanding of the temperature of clothing. There's not a lot of understanding of the defense of clothing, other than, look, it's pretty. And as much as I do want to play Fashion RimWorld, best game to play, I think people do get confused about those mechanics especially. So I look forward to watching your tutorial. The kind that I'm thinking of making initially is just a very, very simple, so you've started playing, here's what I'm thinking about when I start a playthrough. I know that many other people have done these also, absolutely, but I would like to do my own take on it, because it's a good way to fill some YouTube videos, I guess. And with the expansion coming out, I'm hoping, or the DLC coming out, I'm hoping more people start checking out the game again, and many of them will be, brand new players that can hopefully help a little bit. I like teaching the intro class, I guess. You replied to me, hey, Adam, thank you for that. I will look forward to responding to your message. Thank you for responding to me as always. Once upon a time, I think I hosted Rated You randomly years ago, back like 2015. Is that true? Maybe not that long ago, but a long time ago, Adam. I remember rating you and like, look, it's the RimWorld directory. RimWorld is sincerely one of the nicest directories out there. The streamers tend to know each other and engage regularly, and that's such a nice thing. It's definitely the pre-COVID years for sure. Silvers, you want to see a backpack battles tutorial? Oh my goodness. No. If someone wanted a backpack battles tutorial, they do not want to come to me. I have a fun time with the game, but I'm definitely someone who does not have much to say other than, look, I can take these basic bows and make them green. My knowledge of backpack battles is just not what it could be. There are many items I've never actually created because I get so stuck on certain builds. And I think part of making good tutorials is having knowledge of the thing, other than just hear some dilettantish comments. In the same way that I could probably make some pretty good tutorial videos about philosophy, but if I tried to make a video about physics, for example, I would just be repeating facts I've read in books recently, as opposed to like a deeper understanding of the topic at hand. So, gotta do that. This is why probably Crusader Kings is where I should go. The problem is I still am not sure how to explain most of CK3, because the standard question is like, what does one do in response to something happening in the game? And the answer is always, it just depends, because there's so many things to think about simultaneously in Paradox games, and picking out any one of them to explain is a little challenging. That said, I think I thought about making a video called How to Make Money in CK3, because I think in any strategy game, there's such a concern for newer players of how do you get those basic resources. The new player experience is always, I am poor, how do I get money? So probably should make videos like that in the future. But this suggests I have time to do that. I'm just not sure I do. Anyway, that's a lot of blather for very little payoff. It's a lot of maybe, hopefully, we'll see how it comes. Other than that, what's happening for you all? Anybody got any stories of what's going on in their life? Anything you'd like to discuss? Because for me, all I got is rain. It's another rainy day in Tokyo. We had such a nice day on Sunday. It was bright, it was shiny, the world was a good place to be. And now this entire week is just rain, and heavy rain and sad rain. So I'll be getting the old umbrella out, the old galoshes. I actually don't have galoshes, I have just my shoes. My grandparents used to have those overshoes, those rubberized galoshes you pull on and pull off. And I have no idea where you buy those. They feel to me like a very old school kind of thing, but maybe they're appropriate to have. Little rubber shoes to wear on top of my shoes. Who knows? Anyway, that's my future. My future's getting very, very wet. For now, though, that's all I got. So let's go ahead and play some video games, I do think. Let's move in the direction of Millennia and see what is what, though I will wait a moment to see if anyone has stories to tell. I recognize that one thing I still do as a streamer, I've been streaming for a very long time, but one thing I still do as a streamer is I bring up topics and then move on past them before people in chat have a chance to respond. So I'm gonna try in the future to just like hang out a little while longer, vamp a bit more, and then move on to whatever topic comes next. Because for some reason, in the past week or so, I've been thinking, how do I improve as a streamer? And I think that's probably a good thing to keep in mind. It's very easy for me to get kind of passive and just say, hey, the way it's working has worked fine so far. We gotta stay on the cutting edge of what works on Twitch, which means I gotta get, I don't know, like weird graphics and wear a green screen suit. That works. I don't know what the current Twitch meta is. I tend not to look at other people's streams that much, though occasionally I do look at the subreddit of live stream fails, which is a place where they talk about all the streamer drama and what awful things people say about one another. I need strobe lights? Clearly. I need a little discotheque going. Some bouncing bass, some hands in the air like I just don't care, and see what happens past that. Actually, there is one friend of the channel that does some Hype Train dance party, and so as he gets more and more gift subs, he gets more and more tips and so on, he has lots of people, let's say other streamers, show up on channel in gift form doing a little dance to add to his dance party. This is a RimWorld streamer named Bloody Drongo, and he is absolutely delightful Australian man and does a really, really great change. The recent Twitch meta changed, fewer scantily clad streamers. Yeah, new rule. The webcam cannot persistently, regularly, I don't know what word they use, be focused on intimate body parts. Because there had been a move to have a camera constantly focused on intimate body parts. That's what I was gonna do. My real thought was that would be how I'd improve the channel, but then they changed the rules again. Oh, unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know. Definitely not something I worry about too much, but I know something that some of Twitch people are worried about because the channels are overly sexualized. Advertisers kind of get uncertain about Twitch and move away a little bit, so doesn't really concern me at all, though. Over here with the suit and tie, I'm just fine on all the rules, I'm sure. Speaking of changes on Twitch, just this morning I was admitted to the Twitch Enhanced Broadcasting beta, the new Twitch feature where on this side I'm able to encode the video and send out 5 different resolutions of stream for you to watch and enjoy. Unfortunately, the beta requires that one does not multi-stream, and I've built up a tiny little community over on YouTube of people who like watching the stream most days, and I don't want to alienate them by saying, okay, now you have to only watch on Twitch. So I think for right now we'll stay with the traditional way of having encoding done over on the Twitch side, and if eventually we're forced into encoding locally, I hope there's a way to restream off of that. So we'll see. For now, though, I promised we'd have a new feature running, and now we don't. And that's probably for the best, because these big Paradox games really, really lag my computer after a bit, occasionally freezing up the graphics entirely on my end and your end both. And I think putting a demand on the graphics card, which is what the local encoding does, would be a bit of a disaster. As I joked on Discord, my computer would probably burst into flames. We can't have that happen. Anyway, I think those are my stories. I think that's what I got. So we have our first ad break coming up in just a few minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and just get the game set up, talk about where we are, talk about what we did yesterday, and see what comes of it. So thank you all for being here. Hope things are going very well for you. Let's push this button right here. Wow, my Stream Deck really is not working today. Huh, I wonder why. Is it open? Pardon me while I diagnose things you can't see. If you don't know what the Stream Deck is, can I get it on camera? Let's see, don't want to hit the microphone. Nope. I can show you on a different screen, but right now I can't get to different screens. It's a fun little box, and on the box there are buttons. When you push the button, it changes from one camera view to another. So from this big resorty blather view down to a let's play video games now. But for whatever reason, when I push the buttons, it gives me yellow warning signs, which tends not to be the case. Give me 1 second to figure out what's going on here. Also, while I'm fixing this, I should mention in yesterday's stream, I began by saying I had managed to make my laptop stop working. Yesterday, my laptop just would not load, endless blue screens of death. And then after stream yesterday, I was so ready to relax. I was ready to go eat my lunch and watch a YouTube video and just hang out for a little bit. And so much so I'd forgotten entirely that my laptop wasn't working. So I got upstairs and oh no, it's broken again. It was really, really horrible. But then I went ahead and managed to convince Windows to run its auto repair feature, and that actually worked. So the laptop is functioning again, and I didn't really do anything different than just restarting it a few more times. I don't know why earlier repairs hadn't worked and later ones did work. After doing the repair, some bit of bloatware called My Asus, which is the brand of the laptop I have, wouldn't load anymore. So I don't know if something wrong in that particular program or what, but I went to the services.msc and made it not launch at boot up anymore. So all fixed, all fixed. No Twitch rule, giant resorties only. I can play video games and just describe for you what I see. It'd be as if you all are non-seeing. We'll see how it goes. So Stream Deck says there is a new update available. I'm gonna run the update real quick and we'll see if this fixes it. If not, we'll just manually change scenes today. Welcome to the setup wizard. Installing the new version. EULA. I agree. I agree. I agree. It's asking me for permission. Will I let it change my computer settings? I'd like to. But it's not pop up yet. Hey, there we go. I allow it to change things. Hey, Sack, good seeing you. Hello, Killing Moon. We are fixing a small computer problem right now. And looking at my giant face as always. Copying new files. I'm so glad it goes much faster than once upon a time it did. As you all probably recall, if you were around then, back in the 90s, programs would install over the course of like 20 minutes, be terrible. Alright, Stream Deck is now reinstalled. I open it once more. It is now open. This button works? No. This button works? No. Huh, so something is fundamentally wrong with my Stream Deck now. Well, okay, we're doing it manually today. Welcome, friends, to this screen that we play video games on. And it's going to be very, very awkward to get crosswords up, but that's okay. I guarantee every hour I will forget entirely how this works. But for now, we are good to go. Let's put away the piano music, let's pull up the Millennia, and let's see how it goes. Continuing the game from last time. We're in the age of revolutions. We have not had any revolutions. That said, we have had a number of chaos events. So I think the number one promotion of chaos is unrest in your cities. We've kept unrest very, very low, and so we haven't gained chaos that way. That said, we have also taken over cities, and that's a big chunk of chaos every time. So I think it's the case that the later you get in the game, the fewer and fewer wars you should be fighting. I believe we fought the Zulus at an unfortunate time, which caused some serious, serious problems. Because, well, never mind. Huh. This is not showing anymore on the main screen. The Age of Dystopia. We've had 3 chaos events, so I must go in this direction unless someone else gets us to the Age of Generals or Utopia or Rocketry first. And so I'm trying to stay in the Age of Revolution as long as possible to not go dystopia. Though I kind of want to learn what comes in the Age of Dystopia. I worry it's going to be a fascist government, a police state bashing heads in response to the revolution. We'll see, we'll see. So the most interesting development of this era so far is that we can make airplanes very soon. We're currently researching aeronautics, and so we'll have baby little airplanes they tend to use to bomb the Germans. Now, speaking of the Germans in the north here, it is the case that the Germans have already warned me that we are too close to their border. And they're not wrong. They're not wrong. All of my armies, I believe, are currently deployed along the north line here. And I believe I have more armies heading in pretty soon. Friends, the first ad break is now coming in about 15 seconds, maybe 20 seconds. It is going to run quick and then no more worries, and I'll talk during it. You won't miss any real gameplay, other than me threatening the Germans endlessly. I don't want to go to war with them, but I might be required to. We'll see, we'll see. The capital of Xi'an is pushing out what's called a military base right now. The military base lets us directly make machine guns and field howitzers, and eventually the bombers and fighters. So it is part of the movement to war against the Germans. Rome over here. Yeah, we're in the era of power production now. So is Rome making any power at all? It is not. So if I upgrade the farm here, we'll get our blackouts and browns and so on. So in Rome, we could potentially make one of these buildings. They give more power. It does take 14 and then 18 turns though. Quite a long time actually. I believe I can instead make a normal improvement. We have some open territory here. We can make the power station, which if it had coal makes a lot of power. Without coal, it just makes a little bit of power. And so with that power now, we can upgrade this and still have quite a bit of power left over. That helps the food numbers in Rome a little bit. And as of right now, Rome does not have any waterfront, nor will it ever. So we need to expand in this direction. Now, in the exploration line, we are very close to claiming one more territory. And if we can get that, we'll have more area for more farms. We're really good on housing. Food is the biggest issue. So we'll go ahead and have one more farm here, I believe. The fertilized farm, it uses more power, but Rome is now above 150 on food, so still growing nicely. Rome can also have 2 more towns, so we'll put one town up this direction. Our culture is ready to build a new town, and if we put it here, we can then make this town into a farming town, which gives some bonuses to it. We'd want to have farms out this direction, but I don't believe you can have farms in the desert, so I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with that. At least give some bonuses, though. I'm going to upgrade the level of that town. Town upgrading is a engineering trait. Go ahead and use that here. And then Wang Chang focuses instead on... Click out and then back in. It focuses now on farming. Cool. In a turn or two, that will expand out nicely, and we'll get the plantation going too. All right. Hello to you, Herb. How's it going? Or Herb, possibly. Created part of airplane history. Within 8 years being invented, they had guns on them. Yeah, I know that militarization often runs technology. It is a striking thing how anything that can be militarized will be militarized. I believe I read somewhere that the 2 greatest drivers of technology and culture, or at least our culture, are militarization and pornography. These 2 together push culture forward the most. That's kind of a outlandish thing to say, but I believe there's fairly good evidence for that. Especially when it comes to like the history of DVDs and Blu-ray and VR and so on. Okay, Rome is in better shape. Now, like I said earlier, I'm noticing that a lot of my cities, Rome, for example, has totally full luxury. Way too much luxury. As such, I can move away from luxury in these places and get more production of, for example, weapons or tools, or ideally, additional research. We're in an era now where we can have a bunch of research at universities. For that, though, I think we need paper, for one, because paper ultimately goes to the printing press, which does make knowledge. If we have coffee or tea, we can then also get additional knowledge, 2 knowledge for every coffee or tea. That will come eventually. So in this area, unfortunately, I have no trees. Had I put a town here, we would have some trees. And I could make an outpost there to grab some more, but I'm not going to do it right now. Rome is not great for getting anything I want here, because I don't think it's producing extra iron, is it? Let's see. The ad break is now running. Hopefully it was not too surprising. We are making extra iron here, so we could make another blast furnace. They'd also like coal here, ideally. So if I get rid of a luxury maker, and I think our only luxury maker may be jewelers. Is that true? Oh, as I said earlier, these hunting camps, though very useful early, are less useful now. So I'm going to break that and then turn this into an iron blast furnace instead. And that's a metalwork. So we now have more ingots. And then we'll destroy this one, dropping our food numbers even more. I'm sure that's fine. And turn this into a... What do I want to make instead? I guess we're going to make a... what does Tinker give? Tinker gives just engineering points. We don't need engineering points right now. So we'll go with the Weaponsmith to gain more Warfare XP ahead of the battles. There is room for another town there if I didn't build that there. That said, founding a town can be done only every 8 turns right now. Let's get my culture numbers up some more. We can do that by spawning an artist, and then having the artist immediately be converted into culture points. So I could have started another town there. That said, with the lack of food production in this area, another town will not be supportable. In Kaifeng, we have 1 town right now. It's still growing. Because Kaifeng has water, we're able to produce quite a bit more food here. So while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to throw a couple fisheries here. I don't know if fish is the best of foods, but it will at least keep them satisfied as we build a new town. Fisheries. Good. Good. We also have the dock here. As you mentioned, and I remember from earlier, we have a Western fleet and an Eastern fleet now. And so I'm building up more at Kaifeng with that. Alright, if we want a town here, gosh, the only one's up this direction. We can make a fishing town. I've never done that before. Could be super useful. So it goes there. It'll then expand. We then want to use engineering to expand the town to level 2. It then becomes a fishing town. Alright, coastal town, I apologize. Coastal town gives bonuses to... nothing in particular about... And nothing in particular here about fishing. But I assume it gives bonuses to fishing. Or maybe it's being on the coast. We'll see eventually how that works. Alright, so next turn, I think that should expand out. We'll see. Alright, we can't spawn another artist right now. Nothing to do in engineering. In exploration, we're very close to taking 1 more territory. And I know I want that to be on our capital. Speaking of the capital, hello, beautiful. So our capital has way too many luxuries, not enough sanitation, not enough education. So, if we build a clock tower here, which we already did, we get luxury from the city itself. We're at 24 of 24. Never mind. We need the luxury just as it is to keep everybody good and happy. Military base is finishing now. We'll then move to air defenses as well. I expect eventually we'll have people bombing us too. Hello, Ramrod. Good seeing you. How about a rough Wrexham match this morning, huh? Wrexham match this morning, a 1 or 0-0. 0, same number, sorry. A 1-0 loss for the old boys in red. It was a very sad match, that. We have no open tiles here that I'm seeing. I'd like to make more paper and knowledge here. For more paper, though, we need more logs. So is there a... Yeah, next turn we have exploration. I'm going to grab this lumber here. And then that'll give me enough lumber to make more paper, I guess. I'd like to take all this over for Xi'an. We just need to get a bunch more engineering production for that. Okay. That's a bunch of talking for very little changing. This is the kind of fiddliness I talked about at the beginning of the day, which I really need to get additional, additional paper production especially. We could probably decide one of the vassals to incorporate once we get more government points, because I just need more open space. Well, here we can get ourselves additional power with a oil well. The oil wells require 38. Now, 38 specialists. We're getting 7 a turn. So leave it as that for right now. All right. Hello to you, Guns in the North. So, this is my strongest stack. It has the... No, it's not. Sorry. I thought it had the Field Marshal in it. Over here is the Field Marshal stack. They need 1 more army to... or 1 more unit to fill out the army. We'd like that very much. This group, whenever the Germans attack, because I swear I'm not going to attack them, they'll march on the castle right away. In nearby cities, namely Delphi, which is still a vassal, never mind. I don't have any proper cities this far north. They're mostly vassals. Abdera could produce for me 1 more troop to help in the north. Let's see. Abdera is currently making a military base also. Once that's done, we'll give the Field Marshal a machine gun or a howitzer, most likely. Alright, Rome, I was talking about you earlier. We'll just get more upgrades or whatever. Let's give you the clock tower for even more luxury. So as I said, Rome has way too much luxury. We gotta lower that eventually. Or export as luxuries possibly. I'm not sure which one we're gonna do. Alright, we continue through our military. Okay. I believe Egypt threatened us because they want this vassal back. But we are at war with them, and they are stronger than we are. That said, they're also fighting against Sweden, I believe. Yeah, they're at war with us and with Sweden. I believe I decided that I was actually going to land here again in preparation to march on Liverpool. That's what it was. So on the ships now, whoops, put everyone in the ships, please. Having unloaded, we can't reload. Everyone is now back in the ships correctly. So you all roll north and then unload here. My goal is just take Liverpool and then peace out on the Egyptians. Over here, another force. This one is moving north to the front lines. This line seems fairly well supported, though I worry about people coming out this way. So we have nothing in this area at all. I would have them move to Kellyon then, I believe. And I'd love to have one more army if possible, but that'll be some time from now. Okay, out here is my main war fleet. It is just looking around for barbarians to fight and currently evaluating the western side of the Egyptian continent. There's some coal there untaken, we'll see. And then down this way, another fleet that's just doing some exploration work. It finds cities along the border, or along the coast rather, it can also do some bombardments, which could be a good time. Though I'm fairly sure that, the Germans do not have any navy at all, which really surprises me at this point. If you weren't here yesterday, we spent some time trying to get an explorer onto the North or South Pole. It is not possible to land there. Even bringing an explorer all the way up, just not possible. Okay, we now have the specialists we need for building whatever that was I wanted to build. It was an oil well. We do not have the specials we need. We need 38. We only have 30, so 2 more turns there. Alright, this fleet is going to try to cut through here, just see what's there. Looks like just a number of inlets, nothing special. Over here, we've captured an Egyptian ship. Are you a transport ship? You are exactly that. So we have feared it. It's trying to run away right now, but we'll keep chasing it as turns go on. Over here, we want to land in Liverpool. And we are going to draw against them. That's fine. There are no armies nearby. They do have, what are these? Anti-air guns. First time seeing those. So this might be the air defense building. Holy cow, the anti-air guns can actually be aimed at our troops also. And we do have line musketeers versus their anti-air guns. That seems potentially questionable. The wall's down at least. We'll go ahead and resolve combat now. We took out everybody but for the anti-air gun. If we had a second group here, we could take the city now. Hopefully next turn we can do just the same thing. And then you all continue on to a Kellyon. Good. And I'm going to upgrade my cannon to field howitzer now. Strengthen that army again. Back over here we continue along just scouting. And very soon I'll move all of my ships in the direction of the Germans. Sweden and Egypt are no longer at war, so only I'm at war with Egypt now. I'd like to peace out at the end of next round, I believe, when I finish the siege. But that means that Egypt's now moved all of its armies towards Liverpool. And so I want to finish taking it very quickly, if possible. Sneaky, sneaky. 1842 AD. Egypt versus China. I don't think that ever happened in history. Can't even imagine what would involve that. Okay. I thought of leaving the army at Kellyon here, but I recognize I'd instead like to move up. I want to find a hill ideally to sit upon. There are hills along here. So the army at Nos, I'm going to move to this location. The border massing continues on both sides. I wonder what would happen if I offered peace to Germany, because I believe we are much, much stronger than they are. Not much, only 300 points. Only 300 points, so probably would not accept neutrality, especially with my troops so close to their border. More Egyptian fighting! This is a level 3 transport ship, and I'm not sure I can see what's actually on the transport ship. Can I? The Transporting Explorer. That feels so rude. It's a ship of peace. At this point in history, all ships are ships of war. Must be the case. Take Liverpool this turn. Yes, guaranteed win. The walls go down once more. And we'll resolve that. Okay. So with that taken now, Liverpool is ours. They have a hot air balloon there which can see us. They have no other armies coming in right now. I'd like to offer peace in our time to Egypt. They're much stronger than we are. There's no possible way I can hold these against the entire Egyptian army. So I would either need to bring more troops across from our capital, or accept that we lose these. Hopefully they accept the peace. We'll see, we'll see. Next turn, we can build our oil derrick. It's happening, it's happening. And to integrate Liverpool takes a whole bunch of turns. And I believe our current integration of vassals requires 400 some points in government, which we can't actually have. The maximum we can have right now is 300, I'm fairly sure. Yep, 428. Not doable anymore. Alright, we have a reminder to claim some territory. As promised, we're claiming territory for our capital. And they sure do need education. But I'd also like paper. Which is more important? Paper for the kids to write on, or a place for them to go to school in. What's the school give again? Is it just education need, or does it give me knowledge points also? Public school. Public school. There it is. Public school is just education points, unfortunately. It does not give me knowledge as well, or research points. Well, I'll need more tiles to make more wood, surely. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to cut down the trees, which is monstrous, of course. Better to expand this way. Head towards the outpost. This outpost we'd like to give Xi'an if possible. We could also get to Fortaleza, because Fortaleza can still hold more more towns, rather. For now, though, we'll grab some exploration, territory claim, some desert for now. In that desert, we build a school for the kids. Call it Ramses Public School. All right, plans the turn. I just want to make more buildings. So Fortaleza needs an upgrade. Fortaleza's main possible upgrade is going to be that town right there, and they do touch already. They're full on food, they have everything they need. We have an open tile also. So if I can get into this forest on Fortaleza, then it is possible to have this as a knowledge town. In part because of the tea right there. And I believe it's already using the tea for a coffee house. It is, actually. Yeah, we really need to expand Fortaleza next. What other excess products do we have here? We have one limestone. We can use that limestone to make a sculptor's studio, which will be giving us a little bit more arts XP. And arts XP can be used to spawn additional artists for additional culture, etc., etc., etc. That would be good. Alright, that apparently is the turn. Unless I have other open slots. We know that Xi'an does not. Changchun have more food, which would be useful. Changchun has extra power, so we can upgrade this farm and still maintain power neutrality. We have another open slot, not a great slot, but an open slot for a fishery as well. 2 open slots. If anyone ever attacks here, they'll destroy all my fishing fleets nigh instantaneously. Zhengzhou has some open space over here, and also forests. Alright, I have found the place that can make paper. So, are we making extra wood here already? We are not. They'd like to have limestone or marble here to make additional finished limestone, or blocks rather. For now, though, wood. Logging camp. Cool. Logging camp goes to paper mill. The milling factory. That's the wrong kind of mill. Printing press is the final one. So paper mill. There it is. We'll go sure right in the middle. And then off of that, we make the printing press, which gives us additional books, additional knowledge, additional luxuries. Everything is great. All right, we then continued on through Rome. Rome has one open space there. It is not trees, though. They'd like more coal. They'd like more fancy food. Meat, olives, sugar. Well, they can grab the plantation here. That's used for making more cloth, ultimately. They do have one tree here. Actually, one tree and 2 open spots is enough to get more knowledge as well. So another logging camp. And they'll have to stay where we are. That's all the upgrades for right now. Oh, actually it's not. It's only 20 points for that. So that becomes then the paper mill, like so. And then one more scribe next turn. So next turn, Rome makes books. Do the Germans attack us? Do our Franz Ferdinand moments. We have rare earth metals here. We're just mining them normally. Apparently at some point we'll get a better rare earth mineral user. I have no idea what's for right now other than money. Egypt lets me take a vassal and then pieces out. That's amazing. I don't know how the game determines when it's time to peace out, but I'm very, very grateful they did so. This pioneer is attempting to take this tea. I need that tea for additional learning and such. So I'll move there for 1 turn. And I need a pioneer then. It's an engineer. A pioneer from Nantes can grab that. And then we'll have more tea for more coffee houses. Good. I know also that one of the islands we discovered earlier has tea or coffee on it. Those are olives. That's nothing. That's rice. I thought there was one that had tea or coffee on it, but I might be wrong about that. That's flax. There are islands out here also I've not fully explored. Hey, there we go. That is tobacco. Tobacco is not what I need, but it would give more luxury to someone. So it's a very small tile. I guess an outpost there could be fine, but militarizing this is going to be a tremendous waste unless someone attacks it. So we just make a friendly little colony and hope it figures itself out eventually. All right, do we finally finish off this Egyptian? Oh, we can't attack the Egyptians anymore. We're at peace again. Good. So continuing through to see if we find a German navy. If not, we could just land in the back end of Germany, I suppose, as well as marching to the front. Liverpool has been taken. This army is going to stay here for just 1 turn to heal. When that's done, it'll then head back to the German front. Also, we said that Rome needed a paper press, whatever it is. Hey, poor kid, good seeing ya. Paper printing press. More knowledge points. Wahahaha. 1 more turn to finish aeronautics. Nice. Cannot wait to make those. And Jean will probably produce those. They have the air defenses being made right now. Okay. Don't need anything here except for upgrading more units. So I'm going to check the front and see who can be upgraded currently. The one kind of group we don't have yet is the machine gunners that replaced all of my, whatever the earlier gunners were called, with instead cannon. Why have little gun when big gun work fine? No more upgrades for now, that's fine. Abdera finished producing a tank, possibly? A military base. Alright, now I'd like it to make early machine guns. And we do have a tank just sitting here. tank and a cannon, actually. We'll roll them out a little bit. Look at the tank. Look at the tank. I can't wait to have proper tanks. One of these days it'll happen. So you all are done bothering Egypt. Let's now look at the border islands over here and see if they have resources, namely coffee or tea. And they said toffee. If they have toffee, I'll be very, very happy. You all need one more unit. You all continue checking out these islands. You return to guarding. So Germany threatened us 2 turns ago, and they haven't actually declared war yet. But they are getting more people in the area attacking our castle. We'll see. Toffee or key? That's right. Who needs coffee and tea? Toffee and key. Very good. Is the Da Vinci tank still chugging along? It is. The Da Vinci tank has not yet been replaced by... has not yet been replaced by upgraded tanks. I'm guessing the World War II era will give that. That said, behold, airplanes! Including bombers. That's going to be neat to see. We understand the mathematical principles of lift. Going to be good. Alright, industry gives me access to upgraded factories and also steam trawlers. For that I need more power production. For that I need to find more petroleum probably. Urbanization, even bigger city levels, and the sewers for sanitation and the grocery store. Again, that's money needed. The railway gives us additional innovation points. And a container yard, which is probably an upgraded warehouse. Sure, that's fast to do, and innovation points always lead to fun little events. Maybe we'll discover something quite nice. We're still producing way too much money. I said it earlier, I need to start getting rid of money for the simple fact that we have too much. And I can't build a military fast enough to get me anything beyond that. We have an old guard and a tank again. Start moving those to the front as well. And then Gian, it's time to make our very first airplane ever. Where are they? Oh, here they are. Sorry. So biplane fighters get a bonus attacking aircraft. I think they can be used in normal battles against ground troops as well. The bomber gives a bonus against naval units and defensive units, like walls. Let's start making one of each of our first little fleet created. Alright. Changchun finished making what? The warehouses. We could upgrade some more, but I'd like more troops. They do take forever, though. Alright, continue upgrading. Good, good. And the front again. So, as I said before, I want to spawn a pioneer who goes and sets up a town next to that T next turn. And then you all return to the front. That said, they have an actual tank. 1 second. How did you get an actual tank? Did I miss the part where somebody makes actual tanks? Ah, steel does. Never mind with the railroad. We gotta go steel. Can't have actual factual tanks running us over. Turn to the front there. So Berlin, I believe, is their capital, and it's absolutely loaded with troops. I wish I had more cities that were focused on just military production. But someone did not think you would need that until just now. Alright, steel is needed. What a steel. Hey, the German Navy! Hey, the German Navy! You are a transport carrying an explorer. That one's carrying scout cavalry, which is a person on horseback still. Cool. Battleships could be fun, except for the part where they're just not especially needed if Germany has no real navy. This lets me checking the German West Front. Let's see if they have navies there. Alright, upgrade the cannon to field howitzer. And you all continue moving north to reinforce. We have our first ever airplane. So, the airplane can spend 1 turn to move to any city that can host it. What are the other buttons? Skip the army, guard. So I think I'll move it forward, but not too far forward. I'm going to put it at Abdera, I guess. How do I make you move? Oh, there it goes. There it goes. It's preparing to land at Abdera. Nice. And then from Abdera, we'll launch the attack. Probably need anti-air at Abdera as well. Japanese ships attacked by Sweden. Wow. Germany wants neutrality. For the love of God, please neutrality. No. No. I've built up that border. I refuse to let this thing end in any way other than the total destruction of the German state. So each of these stacks have 1 open tile. I have a tank and a howitzer. I'm going to give the tank to the explorer stack. Give the howitzer here. We still need a bunch more armies. Zhang Zhao, you created... I don't know what. Probably something for production, yes? Germany must be destroyed indeed. That'll be our speech constantly. Alright, so you can't make machine guns yet. Let's get your military base to help with that. Look! We have tea! Look, we have more tea! It's happened. So on the spot, we want to make a trading post to send the tea anywhere we want to. What's it currently linked to? It's linked to Abdera. So Abdera already has 1 tea house. Does it have open space? It sort of does. It does, actually. So there's now a coffee house useful here. Next turn, we can build that. So note to self, build coffee house there next turn. Okay. We've reached the western border. And I don't see anything. I just see fishing. And little transport ships. Well, I think this is the Germans saying they have no defense on the sea. If they're trying to get non-hostile status to... yeah, they're trying to get non-hostile status. Okay, the Liverpudlian army hits the sea once more to go join the Northern Front. And then, Abdera, we're going to guard you up there. They keep the plane in the air. That's kind of delightful. You just watch it going round and round. I wonder if we have 2, 3, 4 planes there, if they'll all join over top, like a child's... What is that called? Is it a carousel? Like, over a baby's bed, there's often... a mobile, let's call it. A mobile. If only I were that easily amused, but I could enjoy looking at just things circling around the way I am. Some part of me is still baby. Military base, let's go, let's go. So next turn, coffee house, yes. Occasionally I talk to my students about whether they wish they were kids again. And universally they say, yes, I wish we had teen again. Yes, I wish I could give up on all the responsibilities of life. And I think it's so sad. I try to argue with them about that. Like, part of the issue with being a kid is you have no real autonomy, you have no freedom, you don't know what's happening around you, it's all a little complex. And I think they want to be children, but to understand the world the way they do today. So adult mind with no responsibilities. And I get that. I get that desire, but of course it can't happen until we invent the time machine. Rickett, you still have no idea what's going on around you? I think you and me both, brother. I think you and me all the way. But At least when I'm teaching, I pretend I have some idea what's occurring. Abdera creates coffee house here. Coffee house produces analytics, more knowledge. We can rush culture. With culture rush, we're allowed to build another town. And I know there's somewhere I want to do that. Or we can absorb an outpost. As Fortaleza, I want to absorb that. Hooray! We call it Jinan. Partially Italian, partially Chinese. Very, very strange place. So with more specialists, we can now create petroleum. Derek's here to get even more power at Fortaleza. And I believe it's the case that power is restricted to wherever its raw material is, unless you send that via domestic export. Okay. There's no power production here right now. I will be sending at least some petroleum to Rome. Sorry, to Xi'an, rather. Okay. Aha! They do have a fleet. It's only transport ships. Their fleet is just full of people. Musketmen in particular. Now, transport ships I don't believe can fire back at us. And we have a bombardment ship also, so we can bombard Aeson if we want to. I want to get more ships here, because that will then strengthen this front we had a little worried about before. Alright, so you're going to come support what we just discussed. And you're going to support the same thing, which is to the south here. For now, though, let's explore this way. This is an Egyptian fleet of transport ships. I don't know if Egypt's preparing to invade also. Down here, you all are moving just to the front. So it'll be a few more turns. I want you to support here, because that's the largest stack they have. And then, the bomber. Can the bomber join its friend over at the A name? Good old Abdera. It can. And we now see a bomber and a biplane flying together, wasting all of our fuel. What is wrong with you? I might want to clean cut part of Abdera. We'll look at that next turn, as we do have a lot of taken territory there that's not built up yet. Egypt warns us. Our forces are too close to their borders. Yes, this is commenting on our two territories here. Government is capped. I don't need for anything right now, so we're going to use organization. We're now at 7 of 10 expansion cost reduction. So we're taking more territory faster than ever before. This group of ships is going to reinforce the north. Mainly this way. This group of ship is just staying there until we go to war. This one comes to reinforce also. This one the same. 2 turns to get there. They paused because they saw a ship right there. I didn't see what it was. We'll figure out eventually. You all continue your move. That's turn. Hey, Delphi expanded again. Our vassals expand more and more and more. They did a terrible job of building up and repairing their cities. I think this is one element of the game I hope has changed as it's updated more and more. That vassals do a better job with managing their territory, because they kind of build randomly. Germany has joined the age of rocketry. The space race has begun. Build a space center and try to be the first to set foot on the moon. New governments and national spirit unlocked. Join international factions by changing governments. We can start the UN once we get there. That means we're not punished on our earlier age of dystopia. So we can now go Age of Rocketry. Germany is making so much more technology than me, because they've at least unlocked 4 of these. We have to unlock at least 1 more to go forward. So I do kind of wonder, is attacking Germany possibly a small mistake? Especially if they get Space Laser going, then we got some problems. Maybe. We'll ask you to join down here. And you the same. An almost full fleet there. They guard up. You continue your move. Roma's idle. Roma, what did you create most recently? Grand Theater, right? Because production takes forever here. With building police station, unrest stays lower and lower, so we could get rid of our city guards or move them to the front. Our city guards are still people with spears and shields, so it feels a little strange. You're in the year 1860-something, I believe. We got spears and shields, and not even guns on our defensive forces. Alright, you all can land this turn. Hooray! It's a small group of older troops, but it still checks out. Continue forward. Okay. We then have a new plane, a second biplane. Okay, looks like each city can support 1 bomber and 1 biplane. I assumed incorrectly they could support more. I guess I'll start moving them to our vassal states. Now, Jian, I need you to just make me machine guns and howitzers. And I do wonder who has better military production. I saw yesterday that back during World War II, apparently the Germans, in standard German organization fashion, had serial numbers on all of their tanks in sequential order. And the Americans apparently used this as a way of determining how many they were destroying and what the production numbers of the Germans were. And apparently the Americans also ordered tanks sequentially, but the Germans believed that they weren't doing so because it's implied such a level of production that the Germans couldn't match it. It's kind of like what would we call it? Kind of behind the battlefield understanding of what the enemy is doing. Kind of intelligence, I suppose. I find very interesting. I don't really care about military history too much. Some people are really into it, and I always say good for them. But stories about spying, stories about using smarts to determine what exactly the enemy is doing, I find very interesting. I did want to be a spy when I was a kid, obviously. And many of you know I almost joined the military when I was 18 or so. I very much wanted to be military intelligence all the way. So Germany has made a column here. So they can't come to our territory. This is neutral territory all the way. And, well, they still have spearmen in this stat. I love that. Those are crossbows. They have crossbows still, and over here they do have a National Guard and some horsemen. Yeah, it's the awkward period around World War I when no one can decide what kind of weapons we're going to use. I suspect they're coming into our vassals there. So you all just guard up here right now. And I was planning to attack the castle here, but I think for right now we have to move to hold off this if they attack us. That seems sensible enough. The plane at Delphi. 5 planes have a bonus to what again? Bonus against aircraft. We haven't seen a single aircraft yet flying over their cities. So I wonder if they skipped aeronautics. Looks plausible. Hello, Liang. It's been a while. Oh man, Liang needs food and housing and sanitation too. Oh right, you're very awkwardly placed. I think I want to expand you this way. We already used our territorial claim. Next time culture's done, we can create a town on the border here just to get some land and some fishing. But yeah, their hills make it a very unfriendly place for building much of anything. Okay, I can make Culture Dude. And Culture Dude we can use to finish a culture line. And then we can make a new town. They're basically the same here. And then next turn we should get access to the fishing, hopefully. Hey Morgan, welcome back. There's a wiki page on that called the German Tank Problem. I love that so much. German Tank Problem. And maybe there's a Wikipedia page for everything. I think that's the story I'm going with. Oh, Morgan, you're into philosophy. Do you know the Wikipedia philosophy game? This is the one piece of knowledge I think anyone who's into philosophy must know. If you don't know it, I'll actually play it live on stream for you right now. Gian has a whole bunch of food it's not consuming. Unfortunately, we're already exporting to Rome. You don't know it? Alright friends, I recognize that we're playing a video game right now, but I want to show you an even better game. An even better game. Hello Fritz! Hello Fritz, that's my big boy, good boy. Alright, so we're going to do Wikipedia. That's the Japanese one. I do not need the Japanese one right now, thank you. English instead, please. Whoops. So we're beginning on the German Tank Problem. You can read all about it if you want to. So, the Wikipedia philosophy game is played this way. On any article, if you go to the first non-italicized, non-pronunciation link and click it, something amazing will happen. So, study design, and then trials, and then human participants, and then human beings, and then species, and then organisms. We've reached purple. We've reached purple. And then composed of cells, and then biology, and then scientific, and then systematic, and then empirical, and then proposition, feeling good, philosophy of language, analytic philosophy, philosophy! If you keep clicking through, eventually you'll reach philosophy on almost any page, and I love showing my students this one from absolute nonsense pages. Isn't that great? I don't know why it makes me so happy. I think it's because initially I don't believe it's possible. Like, I don't see the connections, but it's there. It's just a matter of can you get to any level of generalization. If you get generalization, eventually you will reach philosophy. But there you go. Behold indeed. All roads lead to philosophy. Such joy, such joy, such joy. It's so ridiculous it becomes cool? Absolutely. Absolutely. It is a really, really good time. So one change I hope the game makes eventually is that one is able to foreign import things other than just goods. Goods are just more money. Hoping also that eventually you can export to more than one region. Because right now, other cities than Rome need food, and my capital has so much extra food, but can't send it anywhere. Dismayingly. Changchun has a little bit extra food, and does get additional fish now. So I'm going to send from Changchun... Where'd it go? Fishing. I'm going to send from Changchun food to Luoyang. Yeah, I guarantee eventually we'll be able to import things that aren't just trade goods. Whoops. Alright, so sending to Luoyang. Here comes some fish for you. The tuna. The tuna. From Thunderbolt's comic to philosophy in 12 clicks. Absolutely. My favorite one is Beyonce. I think Beyonce may resolve in a loop now because someone decided to go make changes. Do you have any tips on writing a PhD thesis in philosophy? Yeah. I mean, the number one tip that I received when writing my dissertation was from my director. And he said, do you know what the word perfect means? And I immediately jumped on and said, well, that without flaws. And he said, no. Perfect as a tense means past or completed. The perfect dissertation is the one that is done. Which is to say, by the time you're writing it, you already know what good enough means. You're not trying to publish a book right away. You'll have time after finishing the thesis to turn it into a book. For now, just write enough words and then put a period on it and then stop. So I think the standard advice is, write a little bit every day, make defensible claims that aren't too big. But my number one piece of advice is just stop. Don't do too much. And that helped me so much because I was convinced, I've got to do absolutely everything. I got to write more, or they will fail me. But no. You have a small project, just get that small bit done, and you'll be okay. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Unfortunately, it's the case that Lu Yong can't do much more right now. How much is writing every day? However much you want to. It depended where I was mentally, how much I could write each day. For a while there, I was saying, okay, this is my job. I'm going to write 8 hours a day. And so I'd be reading, I'd be taking notes, I'd be writing, typing along. And that was really good for about 3 months. And then my head exploded. And so finally, in my darkest days, I told myself, just write one sentence. Any sentence at all counts as writing. And some days that's genuinely all I did. I was okay just getting that bit done. But I found that other days, by writing just that one sentence, it sparked something, so I could write a whole paragraph then. And once that paragraph was built, I could build more. Probably another good tip I have is never finish on a complete sentence. So I would often give myself a little rabbit trail I've been following that I could then pick up the next day. Because it's much easier to continue a line of thought than to generate a whole new one. So I would, finish mid-paragraph, not finish the sentence, and say, okay, tomorrow we pick up right here, and that would keep me going. There are my tips about writing. Not quite as impressive as Stephen King's book on writing, but it's what I got. Alright, claim territories be a few more turns still. We are making more gunners at Jian. I believe there's some more made already. There are not. Hopefully soon. Chaos events during the age are none yet. So apparently if you get too many chaos events, we'll get dystopia. No, we're fine. Blitz everyone. Exist, good call. I like that exactly. Yeah, don't steal all your enthusiasm on one day. If you're excited about a project, it's okay to continue that excitement tomorrow. That's good. Maybe we need a writing channel over on the Discord. We need to collect more graduate students. Germany doesn't want to fight. Yes, you do. You started the hostility. You get to keep the hostility. Abdera, did I make your new coffee house? I did do so. It's right here, I believe. I love that a coffee house is an entire neighborhood that does not give me any kind of housing. So, we talked about Abdera giving us potentially more knowledge via wood cutting. You have 1 excess wood. I believe we need more than that for... producing the paper. Also, we have a flax farm that's not been captured yet. Let's do that. Cash crop. You're a second-year PhD student. At the first year, you took extra courses, reading 1 new book a month. Now you're very ill. Yeah, that's how it goes. Don't burn yourself out. Like, it is a marathon, not a sprint. If they let you into the graduate program, they believe in you, so you don't need to burn yourself out trying to prove yourself. Just show up. Right? Just show up day to day and you'll be okay. Okay, we will go ahead and build the paper maker here. Is that woodwork? It is. Paper maker. Are we now desiring more wood here? We are now desiring more wood here. And we're not importing our goods. Need goods everywhere. I should probably go through every city and make sure we're importing goods. Can I import up to 3 goods here? Huh. So if we're making more money this way, we can get rid of some of the money producers. For example, this copper. No, hills just are hills. So if we have not copper being gotten there, we get potentially gold or iron or stone, but I can't use it for other productive buildings. Also, luxury is really high here. So we could export the grapes from this area to somewhere else. Also, the mill is not necessarily needed. We're producing extra flour relative to the bread we're baking. I'll continue making the noise. Just kind of unsure what I'm doing. That said, this army is now in position to protect against the German hordes invasion. Okay. German horde might be rude. I'm not sure if it's rude. It might be rude. Okay, you join this stack. The Navy is ready. Navy online. Kaifeng is its military base now. So is Kaifeng on the border? Well, Kaifeng needs more power, I just saw. So Kaifeng is not on the border. It'd be the place to kick out additional ships, probably. We have coal here. Are we consuming our coal at Kaifeng? We are not. We can build here a power plant. Put it here. Power station, sorry. That consumes coal into additional production and additional power also. They also need fishing, because Yantai's a fishing village. It's going to even more food. So Kaifeng could send food out if we want to. Yeah, we need so much food. So with the food here from the sea, we can then get rid of farms. We only have the one here. I'm sorry, Grassland. You're being treated very poorly right now. So what else are we producing excess of? A whole bunch of fish. So fish can be made into delicacies for better food. We need a kitchen here instead. And a second one of those would be useful too. Okay, tons of food now. I want to export that to someone who's lacking in food. Luyang is still has enough food, needs housing. We expanded here again, so housing or sanitation. Now, either one we give just allows population to grow more. Additional housing would allow them to get more workers for their many buildings. Do you need more workers? Yes, they have the one scrubland not being worked. So they want at least one more worker. And the house will give them that worker at least. Or the mansion, better yet. Ooh, the mansion. As far as sanitation goes, we can research sewers next. I don't think you can put trash heaps in hills. No, that's very strange you can't, but it is the case. Nor in the ocean. Okay, Kaifeng. Just more ships, I believe. Now, the longer we wait to attack the Germans, to respond to their incursion against our territory, the more prepared they're getting for battle also. We can upgrade some additional buildings here. We finished the steel production, looks like. Egypt has declared hostility. So Egypt's on the way to claiming their cities back. Friends, it's time for our first real ad break of the day. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you had a good time so far. We're going to take one brief 3-minute break, do some crossword puzzle, and then check out our game again. So that's not crossword, that's philosophy. Wrong screen is being grabbed here right now. Let's fix that. We did not finish yesterday's crossword. We will save it for later. Let's start a brand new one here. The Tuesday puzzle. Let's see how this goes. A moderately challenging puzzle. Pancakes in Russian cuisine are called blintzes? No, it's not. Are latkes part of Russian culture also? I know there's a large population of Russian Jewry. What's the down? A provider of aerial game coverage. That'd be a drone probably, or a blimp. Huh. So Blintz might be right. I may have just misspelled it. I thought it was INTZ. Bellini? I think Bellini might be the same thing. Maybe. A career soldier. A veteran. Liqueur and Amalfi Martini. I have no idea. Final stages of an insect's metamorphosis. So we have larva, we have pupa, we have whatever the crystals thing is. No idea. A butterfly. Travel by air. That could just be the word jump. We'll see. A dog food brand with a chop house line. So the most popular dog food in crosswords is Alpo, due to the useful vowels. Rough up. I don't know. Beat up, fight, shake about. Unless it's truly not an option, that's a tremendous number of letters. Larva, pupa, Kafka. Man, I read the Metamorphosis when I was a kiddo, and it was a horrifying thing. I want to go back and read Kafka now that I live in a place with tremendous bureaucracy. Kafka himself, I believe, worked as a bureaucrat, and so many of his pieces are about the awful bureaucracy that keeps us from being free in the world. And now I live in Japan, and the bureaucracy here is tremendous. So I wonder if it would make more sense to me these days. Multi-week chart toppers say, I'll say mega hits. That's not a real word, but we'll see. Like some languages. Tonal, possibly. We'll see. A pair and a helium atom. They're two protons, I believe. Made broader, possibly widened. Type, ilk, maybe. Kept for a rainy day. How about saved up? Well, that doesn't fit, so no. Stowed away. Kept, unsure. Actress, I don't know how to say this name. Sevigny. Savigny, possibly? A big love. I believe that's Chloe, or Chloe, I'm not sure how to say that. A higgledy-piggledy state. Higgledy-piggledy means kind of random, I believe, or chaotic, maybe? Not sure, though. Frenzy, possibly. The pronoun Miss Piggy used to refer to herself. Moi? Definitely. Silvery horse. Are Rowans silvery? I don't think they are, but they might be. Cheers and blank. A TV guide feature with morsels of praise or criticism called Cheers or Jeers. Having no give. Taught, possibly? We're going to do 3 more and then get back to our Millennia game. A bird that lays dark green eggs is the emu. Moss on the field. Probably Randy Moss, the receiver, I believe, once for the Vikings. Randy. Pulitzer winner for The Optimist's Daughter. I do not know. Unfortunately. Alright, very good. Pause there. Hello, Monstrosity. Do I tell my students I stream? I tell my students that I play a tremendous number of video games, and then some of them have found out I stream. I have a Twitch partner bag that I sometimes use when I bring exams to class, and they'll see the Twitch insignia and say, oh, how'd you get that? And I'll tell them the truth then. There are some viewers who are also students that come in sometimes, but I only let them know that I really stream what the name is after I have no longer have them as my students. Also, the it's not that hard to find me. If you Google Twitch Philosophy Tokyo, you'll find me very easily. So the students have occasionally found me on their own. I just now realized the Germans pushing forward here have gone into neutral territory. And with there being in neutral territory, we can just attack them. Okay, I'm going to upgrade this group to our very first early tank ever. So if we attack in, we'll almost certainly win. Now, is attacking people in a neutral zone an act of war? The answer is yes, it is. The answer is definitely yes, it is. But I think I'm going to do this. All right, here we go. First ever howitzer battle. And move this group out the way first. And we'll see how this works out. I know that some elementary school teachers or high school teachers have gotten in some trouble for things they've done and said on stream. Nothing that's super offensive, but I saw one article about someone who just swore on stream. I think it was an elementary school teacher, and he wasn't mean or vituperative, but instead just used foul language. And because some of his students saw this, he actually lost his job. I've kind of wondered what would happen if someone reported me to the administration here. I don't think they'd care, but it's hard to say for sure. Unfortunately, I already moved this army. We can't get on top of them. We've scared them away for now. So we'll guard up for the moment, and then maybe attack in a bit. We lost so little HP there. Hey! Research is done also. We know steel now, which is why we're allowed to upgrade our tanks. So we have steel, battleships. Can battleships bombard? It doesn't say it can, so it's only useful against another fleet. Also steel furnaces. Also rare earth mines, an upgrade. I think rare earth mines just give us money right now. Eventually uranium, perhaps. Alright, do we stay in this age for the fight? Steam trawlers are upgraded fishing. Urbanization's bigger cities. The railroad gives me innovation. I'm going to stay in this era and allow that we may have the Germans getting even better weapons soon. Rockets and such. Missiles blasting in. Oh, you know what? I could have attacked my biplanes. Or I could do so still. So, if we go strafe here, guaranteed win. Oh, can you only attack cities? Wait, how do you attack? Maybe biplanes can't strafe. We have one bomber down here. We have one bomber somewhere. Donde está my one bomber? There are outposts. That's a cannon. There's a Navy. Hey, here's the Air Force. 260 Air Force. Oh, it is there. I just didn't see them flying. Alright. Can the bomber go attack these folks? You're a bomber, correct? Huh, they can't. So maybe they can't attack into forests? Or maybe airplanes can only attack other airplanes or cities, possibly. Huh. Well, that's a thing. This fleet can upgrade now. It's a battleship! We have our first ever battleship. Let's keep upgrading. More battleships! So the earlier galleons become battleships. Our navy is now the envy of the world. Okay. Abdera's made more machine guns. We want more of the same. They need more sanitation also. Let's go and look at that. So in Abdera, I'm going to put the armies and navies away for now. If we need to find them, we can open up more easily. And the vassals. Let's go to Abdera. I think we looked earlier to find a place for a waste dump. There's not one right now. We can make an artist in approximately 14 turns, so that's not going to give us the culture rush we want. No culture rush right now. If you hit the right-hand panel, could be its own menu screen. Yeah, the right-hand panel, the outliner I think it's called, is very large in Stellaris also, especially after the most recent Stellaris update. So I think you either get in the habit of closing these regularly and then opening when you need to, or you do a whole bunch of scrolling. So interestingly, Germany did not attack us back. even though we're currently standing in a neutral zone. Huh. Well, I guess we need to wipe out one of their forces. Okay, actually in Deaden now. They got a defensive bonus for being in the forest. I'll leave a troop there for exactly that reason too. And then we move forward. So I'm not sure why they encroached, but having done so, we punish them for the same. Jian can now make early tanks. They need more power soon. It's 5 turns for more power. I think we're going to push some tanks out. At Jian then, we have 2 little gunners. If we upgrade the steel furnace, it consumes up to 2 more power. Right now we have only 1 more free power, so we don't want to do that. Once central power upgrade, we'll be in better shape there. So these are steel furnaces which convert even more copper iron to steel. So we're no longer making iron ingots. I wonder if that means that our weapons creating area does not get... if our weapons stations won't get their iron anymore. Not sure. Oh yeah, you can rush production. Totally forgot. HPG, thanks for reminding me. We have so much money. Okay. So we currently have 26,000 money. Let's rush out 2 tanks. Not that we actually need them, but I'm just sitting on so much money, it feels kind of silly not to use it. That's a very good point, though. I totally forgot you can rush a lot of kinds of production. So we want 2 more tanks in that, and then farther to the north we go. Want a leader in that stack also. Zhang Zhao got a blue flag. Anyone know what the blue flag is? Maybe I should look up on the game's wiki. Just suddenly blue flags pop up from time to time on various cities between turns usually. Alright. I still have 21,000 money. So let's go ahead and rush out 2 more tanks. Very American. We have lots of money, make some tanks. Yes, we're reminding the world why we do not get free healthcare. We need our tank army. Alright, tanks. I can make someone into a level 7 general. It's John Pershing. Alright, forward, forward, forward. So this group's only 584. I'm actually kind of surprised at that, as it's more upgraded than any other group I have, but it's only a tiny bit stronger than this group here with musketeers and so on, and howitzers, so that's a little weird. You all regard again. Further tank unit, you go into the forest. If they bring more over the line, they'll be great on that. Oh man, when will I feel ready to go to war? I worry the answer is absolutely never. I am just a bit concerned. Maybe howitzers and tanks together? Possibly so. Possibly so. Once we get the tank line up there, we'll switch things around a little bit. Okay, if I upgrade here, we get a level 6 leader or a level 7 leader. I'll take the 7, which means the explorer just hangs out. Eventually he'll die in battle. We're fine with that. Alright, Zhang Zhao, you're too slow on building things, so let's give you some more production. Okay, apparently that's a turn. It'd be so cool if there were a way to see open spaces. Wait, that's a turn without Jian building anything? Oh, because I rushed stuff again. Alright, so let's get some howitzers going now. There they are. Howitzer and tank. Rush, rush. Howitzer and tank. Rush, rush. Still have 7,000 money. Nice. Nice. I've been sitting on this money for genuinely ever. And now we finally roll out our tremendous production. Now, I need to be careful I don't overspend. We do use our money to stop crises. I want to give you some lights also. So, one more round of build here. We still have 5,000 money, I believe. Nope, 2,100. That's great. That's another full army moving to the north. Get a leader. And let's go. I love the strength of the defense here is 17. Who still have an age 1 city guard. Good and good. I believe I have a whole bunch of mana to spend again. And the warfare stuff I want to use primarily to upgrading where I can. No upgrading there. The army that's heading towards Essen is way down here, which is way up here. I get lost occasionally. Hey, we have additional oil wells here. So Fortaleza give a lot more power usage. All right, here they are. They have lots of upgrades. I love that the Da Vinci tank still exists. It does not upgrade to a proper tank, so the Da Vinci tanks have to die on the field before we can do much else. Y'all are ready. Governance points, we're saving for 300 still. Engineering, I thought I saw somewhere I wanted to expand to with a pioneer. I mean, there's more meat here. It's actually inside of a vassal territory. I think this is the part where people have said they sure would like if they could destroy cities. Because it'd be useful to have more territory for fewer cities, I believe, instead of having all these tiny cities not doing much. Like, poor Syracuse. Syracuse not got that much there. The bow hunter also can't upgrade. Okay, so unique innovation. Unique innovation units are stuck as what they are forever. Understood. Gian. This time we cannot rush what you're making. And you'd like some more power and more education eventually. For now, let's make an additional fighter bomber unit. Who am I looking at? There they are. Alright, so you're going to reinforce up in the middle, I believe. Which is the part I'm still concerned about. Yeah, right here. 3 turns to get there. What do you want to say? That in like 4 turns we attack? Is that reasonable? Not sure if reasonable. Not sure. The field commander did get enough experience points to finish the commander line. Yeah, we had to send him out to go fight some barbarians. It was great. All right, 3 turns. Why 3 turns? I have no idea, but 3 turns. Yeah, I think I wish the AI did fewer cities spawned. And I wish it also would put walls on its cities. It just feels very, very strange that frontline cities do not have walls. Sweden's at war with Egypt. I'm sorry I cannot help you. I'll go look at my cities. Egypt is not attacking my cities, so Sweden, you're on your own this time. Got things to do. Things to do. You post up. Whole bunch of cities finished building things this turn. They'd like more delicacies here, like better food. So if you want to, very slow production. If Germany gets called in that war also, I'd be very, very pleased. But, hey, a new fleet. A new ship in the fleet, rather. Man of War. We definitely do not need men of war right now, but okay. You'll go enjoy this group up here. You continue your move. Good. You finish your move also. Dara has no space to build. Dara made some gunners. Let's give them some tanks also. So we'll be producing more and more troops during the upcoming battle. I think last war I stopped producing because I felt like we were in pretty good shape. So we need about war. Germany has not joined, but this time we're just need more and more troops constantly. All right. Well, mounted riflemen. Hey, I didn't say I got those. Mounted rifles do what? Bonus against cavalry. And they have pretty good defense also. Lots of turns, but our first ever. Organization's done. Hooray! An 8th point in government. Culture rush, yes. Sort of on a rush research to get innovation. Could directly get innovation this way. Should probably absorb the outpost. Where are the outposts? This one here gives me more knowledge via having tobacco or coffee, whatever is there. I don't think I can incorporate it to Abdera. I think it has to be to Nantes instead. Is that true? Yeah, so it can't be incorporated unless we have the vassal under control. Where are the other outposts? In the middle here, it just gives us coal and a little bit more territory. To Rome, sure. This is a good use for our things. Hooray! Rome has more territory. Let's go ahead and build a proper mine here. They're now making extra coal, I believe. They don't need power right now, so we could export the coal. Yeah, they have 2 extra iron. I thought they had more coal there. I guess not, though. We have more power, though. No, there's no coal here. There's coal in Kaifeng instead. Oh, you'd like more food again. With the power we have, we can start making steel furnaces. And they'll need to reevaluate the production queue here at some point. I think we probably need fewer furnaces and more mines, which I can't do right now, I don't think. In the mountain, we can build nothing. Need to learn about TNT to knock down mountains. Our first ever bombardment. So the Egyptians have launched bombers against Akhatan. Akhatan? Not sure how to say that. We're going to try to peace out with Egypt. Their wars with Sweden, not with us. And I believe there's no penalty to peacing out. Hello. I want no part in your war. Okay, still moving to the front. The Germans have not moved more into neutral territory there. There's my giant pile of tank. So next turn I want to exchange tanks and howitzers. And next turn we'll do that. Actually move a tank out. And howitzer over. And then next turn we'll move the tank into there. I just joined this group actually. Sure. Sure. Hello, boat. Boat, what are you doing? Boat, you're gonna just go hang out somewhere. Kaifeng has enough power to upgrade these. More steel furnaces. So is it now hungry for iron? It is now very hungry for iron. And it's making steel instead. So I don't know what steel is used for. I know that iron is used for making tools and weapons. But with no iron now, should I... I wonder at what point I'll learn how to make, like, weapons factories. Textile, sawmill, assembly line. Something like a building so it consumes nothing. The paper factory. So maybe there's nothing in the Age of Revolution that gives us access to upgraded... upgrade whatever it is. Maybe the Age of Rocketry will do so. But for right now, those buildings are laying dormant. One more term of peace. And then the largest war we've ever had. I think that means that Egypt said no to peace. I think they'll continue bombarding my cities for a while. As long as they don't march into them, we're okay with that. They accepted. They finished their bombing, and then they accepted. Alright, so Egypt, let me keep my territory. Someday we're going to use those locations as launching points for our war. It's going to be glorious. Okay, let me move up to the front again. We actually almost got our oil well. Laboratories give more knowledge also. I'd like to have a laboratory. I need to be making more specialists. I think universities do that. Okay, as promised. I wish to have another tank join this stack. I'd have one of the howitzers here join this stack. The 2 tanks, 2 howitzers, general, and a machine gun. That will work. Some of the armies are full, some are not. Okay. So next turn we attack here. I have a new plane to launch now. Move to Syracuse, sure. Now these planes, I don't know if they're used to attack early, or if I want to wait until we're attacking a city possibly. More innovation and bigger warehouses, which means bigger production. I think now I'm going to head to rocketry, because I'm so curious what comes after rocketry, because I feel like we're in the age of rocketry right now. Unless we're going to invent the internet, possibly. Lu Yang does not have troops. So Lu Yang is just making additional education and knowledge and so on. Sweden is still fighting. Good old Egypt. After the Rock era comes roll. The Rock era was a very long time ago, but from rocketry to rolletry, if we have a period of making bagels and other delicious things, I'll be so pleased. Changchun, I believe it's time for you to move into military production. You don't have your base finished. Never mind, you're terrible. Okay, so you're coming to the north also. I'm not sure it should be time. I'm a little afraid. Let's meet our fear, though, with war. Berlin has no walls. That's going to be great. Hello, Germany. We're stronger than they are. We'll see how this goes. To battle. Alright, time for an immediate strike against all of these units on the border. They're in very small stacks for reasons I do not understand. Athens is a tiny little force of people from long, long ago. If we march Athens against the outpost here, it'll be a draw. This is not a big deal. I just want to see if these people will die. Man with club, try your best, man with club. These walls are never gonna fall. Hey, they fell! The walls actually fell. Nice. Now, Athens is a vassal, so whatever it's doing, I don't particularly care. Good luck. We have to be careful that we attack all of their lines. So draw there. Draw there. Draw there. So as right now, we're not strong enough to just immediately destroy anybody, it looks like. Win there. Do we like the flanking? Sure. So it's forest versus forest. I'm not going to advance in, so we can hold the forest defensive location. Howitzer cannon versus howitzer, man with gun, halberd person. Terrible force, but it's a win. They were broken of morale. I would like to have both of these groups attack the lead section here. I'm going to attack through the forest. Old tank versus new tank. I wonder which one takes less damage. Grenades go! The old tank is taking like 2 and 3 damage. Huh. I wonder if there's going to keep attacking the old tank instead of the new tank, because it has lower defense. I believe that's the case. Someone left a very useful, what's it called? A very useful YouTube comment yesterday, saying that the enemy is attempting to play a rock, paper, scissors game. So cavalry ideally want to get to ranged. If they can't get to ranged, they'll have to attack the front line. They'll head to whoever has the weakest defense. Maybe. So I would have thought them they'd attack the people who are just standing out in the open. Anyway, pretty good battle. So now you all, from the forest, attack in but do not advance. This should be a win now. It is. Not quite. They get to retreat into the forest also. Alright, that part has begun. Next, this line here. So this line has the majority of my troops, as expected. Okay. The tiny 84 stack definitely dies. If we go straight through, guaranteed win against muskets, I think we just roll forward. This gives a hill to hide on after we win. Augsburg! There'll be a confessional someday. For now, the only confession is you all get to die. Huh. Their leader here ran through the front line and stabbed my leader. I didn't think they could run past the line. Or maybe it counts as a line troop also. And maybe the line actually expands beyond the 3. And so any line troop moves with back row but still count as the front row. Dealt with. Now, we don't want to be adjacent to Berlin. We could attack here, maybe draw, maybe win, and then push in with this group also. This group is more likely to win immediately. So we'll go for that. Again, not advancing. What determines how many rounds this thing is? No idea. It seems to be a fairly random number each time. There's probably some rhyme or reason to it. Hello, crossbowmen! Crossbowmen versus tank. Gotta love it. It seems the later in history one goes, the higher the numbers of rounds are. But I'm just not sure. Okay, so we drove them back. They're substantially weakened. Now this group... That's my troops, sorry. This group, I'm going to have wipe out the very tiny force here, I believe. And I will advance on this one. Gotta find my field marshal. Haven't seen him yet. So that should help us knock this out. The field marshal's right here. I'd like to have another unit, if possible. Cat. Next, it is now time for us to attack cities, I believe. Can that be done? No. So I wonder if my biplane's only defensive. Move on forward with the line. News from abroad. Japan and Germany at war. That's right, our Japanese allies are helping us. I know that some of my units are idle. So we can now go over the line here. If we march on Munich, we win immediately. That is silly fun. Next turn we can go. If you all march on Munich, you also win instantly. So into the German heartland we go. They do have a wall. Maybe the walls aren't apparent after the upgrade to like proper city. Cool. Munich is taken. Now, as I mentioned, I kind of want to go this way. So first we attack into their navy. Then turn after that, I believe we can bombard their capital. Look, battleships! Look, battleships instantly sinking everything. Wow. We brought a transport ship to a gunfight. They try to flee. They have nowhere to flee until they're destroyed. Now, next turn we can siege. Okay. They have quite a few troops there. I was planning to move both of these groups this way. For right now, there's no hill for me to go to. So let's go stand the military power plant there. We use promotion. Hold up. Also, engineering, we do anything we want to do. I take ingenuity for cheaper upgrades. Same with tolerance there. And then arts can almost spawn an artist. News from abroad, Sweden joins us too. A capital attack. Ah, Athens has a lovely little merchant next door. I wonder if I moved all my armies. I wish I were to activate all armies. Like a single button that would say, make all armies available for movement. I'll have to look through the line and see if we missed anybody else. Because I really wouldn't doubt if we did. Okay. Something is bombarding my outposts. So I don't know how to bombard, but Germany knows how to do so. Because they destroyed a castle instantaneously. Huh. Oh, I think I was looking for my bomber and didn't find it. The bomber's right here. Can the bomber go bomb something? It can. So now at war, we can bomb into... No, we can't. That's a tank they rolled through from an outpost. So we can attack the biplanes of Berlin. That is possible. If I take both of these together, and we attack, what's it going to look like? So one bomber, one biplane. Probably a draw. The right-click, it does nothing. So, selecting them and then right-clicking seems not to do anything in particular. There's guard, there's skip this turn. Did you click on the airplanes? No. On the city? No. Anybody know how to use aerial attacks? Because the obvious buttons aren't doing them, unfortunately. Strange. Okay. So, a tank rolled past us. I'm considering ignoring it. Maybe it's too far? Possibly. Possibly it's right. It was showing me like the results of the battle, but I'll try to move forward to Nos, and we'll see what happens from there. As that is, someone already landed there, unfortunately. When you select an area, there's a new red color line. Oh, is there? Okay, on this one, I don't see a red line. I see a lot of white lines. I think they're the redeploy. We're in the form that fires for defense, bombers for attacking. Okay. Selecting just the bomber. I see this red line. Maybe that's how far they can attack. They move forward to here, maybe next round they attack into German territory. Or maybe this one little tank there. Okay, so this is a very strong unit here. If we attack this way, a draw, unfortunately. This way is surely a win. Surely? Yes. I think you're right, that's the distance, how far they can go, that red line there. Hey, holy cow, cannon versus versus crossbowmen. Not cannon, sorry, tank versus crossbowmen. Got to love it. Back to you in a moment. The march to Essen here. They got a bunch of troops. Alright, time to begin bombarding. I pushed the bombard button. I think it may be attack while it's showing me is doing so. Well, it's under siege regardless. We'll see, we'll see. This force can head to Philadelphia. They have 81 defense there. Oh, I attacked a fishing fleet? Okay, that'll work too. maybe next turn we'll attack the correct thing. Who's this? A mounted rifle person. I think we're making some of those right now. You shoot my halberd Ben. You stop that. He's a relic. He belongs in a museum. So unfortunately a draw. Next turn we'll finish that. Also, look, some adorable settlers. Hello, settlers. What are you doing there? They have fishing trawlers also. Munich can probably defend itself. That tank is the only word, but I believe it's okay. So this group can now head to Hamburg. I do want to take Essen, but they seem to be leaving the troops there. So if we attack Essen itself, we draw. To be expected. The army from Philadelphia will come head this way as well. I think we leave Hamburg as is right now. Back to this nonsense line. You all marched in, defeated the group. Good job. Let's start here, because I moved a bunch of troops over to help with this. So if we attack here, we draw. Already weakened forces. There's a group in the middle that's very weak. Another draw. We seem to be getting more draws the later in history we go. No shock attacks. Well, that said, our adorable little group here will destroy the outpost. Go, Clubber McGee, go! Hey! Clubber McGee does his bit. Nice. Outpost taken. It's just gone now. I expect the group is not strong enough to destroy anything, but we'll see. Okay. If we attack this way, it's a win. I do want that, and I do want to advance in. Adorable hot air balloon. Showing off the sights and sounds of the battlefield. Trying to make a little extra money that way. You sunk my ship. I'm worried about this group attacking down. Now we have forces this way you can attack into them in a moment. So I'm going to shift you all this way. Army destroyed, awesome. And then next turn I'll chase this one down also. Now this group has already been attacked once. If we attack again, they lose, we'll stay in the forest. So far the war is definitely going in my favor. I did launch the initial war after all, so that's how it goes. In the back line, big old group that can heal. Oh, you know what? Leaders can heal. I forgot. But you have to use it before you move. Next turn, we heal up on those groups. Art's done instantly. We can no longer spawn artists. It's over our cap right now. Shame. Cat. So, this will be a draw. We're going to go into the middle here and then not advance. We have had our leader afeared. Okay. So we scared them off as opposed to defeating them entirely. Now, this group can move here and push this way. Because they've been weakened, I'm not too concerned about them attacking into the woods here. Probably better to go behind. You can raise an improvement, probably for almost no money. These two appear more or less the same to me, but it's a win in this direction. We'll go ahead and advance. Apparently, tanks work pretty well in the area of Germany. I'm so surprised. Did not expect tanks to work so well. You're a fighter, you stay there. The army of Munich. We talked about moving down this way. Or to Hamburg. For right now, I'm going to pass you for a turn. Additional ships to help out. We'll look at other ports, possibly. Oh, I thought this group had attacked. They hadn't, actually. So... okay, you can still move. As can you. We hit this direction, it's a draw. I'm probably going to move the other army this way. No! Our Da Vinci tank was destroyed finally! Apparently the counter Da Vinci tank is machine guns. Who would have thought it? This will surely get us a win. We actually can't get it this turn, unfortunately. There's too many folks in the way. Oh, can we? We can't. We said, oh, we can't quite get there, unfortunately. But resupported. Can the bomber be used? The bomber will definitely lose attacking Berlin. Can the bomber attack enemy armies? The bomber will definitely lose attacking that army. So, is my army useful? Army versus tank. No, right-clicking does nothing. So maybe you can only attack cities, not units. And well, how about this little Augsburg here? It has no defenses. Again, a loss for sure, though. I may need more than one bomber to do anything. For now, you just live there. That's fine. News from abroad. Sweden and Egypt out of the war. Cool. Our ally doth persist. Gian has made additional troops here. No, it hasn't. Gian, what'd you make? Another biplane. Alright. Can I bomb Augsburg? Not that I can tell. Not that I can tell. You're going to push out more mounted rifles. Still have a ton of money. Roma made... What? You definitely bomb troops? Okay, I gotta figure out how to do that then. I'd like to bomb some troops. I'd be greatly desirous of doing that. So we'll head back up to our bomber and figure this one out. That's a biplane. The bomber is here. Okay, select biplane bomber. Mouse over troops, we're gonna lose. The right click does nothing though. It'd be so cool if there were a attack button. Huh. Yeah, I don't know, team. I don't know. I'm not sure other ways to engage. What if I use everyone here instead? Right click still is nothing. Hey, a capital attack. And a good nonce. Good. Another turn. It's about 10:49 my time right now. I need to leave a little early today. Did my cities get bombed? I'm not sure. I need to leave a little early today. My wife and I have a meeting at 12:30 I have to get to, so we'll have at least another hour of stream, don't worry, but don't let me stream too long today. I feel pretty bad about myself as usual. What happened in Nantes? Was it bombed? No, it was just attacked. Ah! That appears to be a biplane. So I think it's my biplane versus my biplane. They also brought a bomber. So they attacked with a biplane and a bomber. How'd you do that? Maybe we have to have the airplanes join into the... Wait, that's my side. So there are two biplanes, fighters, join this army. So maybe I have to join an army to attack. Let's try it next turn. So Nantes will hold for right now, but barely. Okay. We still have one here. This is my army? Okay, can you join this army? You can't. I have no idea how you did this then. Absolutely no idea. Alright, this group is the one that attacked a moment ago. We have no leader here. So the Germans moved a lot of folks around in this direction. I don't know where they came from. I know we can take Philadelphia this turn, as mentioned. It's a win. Okay. If we heal first, that uses the entire turn. So I'm okay with this Explorer dying. It's one militiaman, one tower, nothing to worry about. Philadelphia has been liberated, thank goodness. Edson continues to keep its troops locked inside. Actually, one army is not there. There were two armies before. Not quite sure. Not quite sure. That's the wrong building made there. Do the petroleum gathering instead. There we go. At the frontier. Tank leveling. What's the question mark notification on the right? We're all gonna look in a moment. Thanks for the good question. I'm always appreciative of people seeing things that I don't see. Question mark. Chaos events. We'll get a chaos event soon. Yeah, but no chaos events currently. Rush culture. Glorious. So we could raise an army. It'd be one grenadier, one mounted rifle. That feels a little useless right now by comparison to what the other things do. I'm in Eureka, which almost finishes our move to the space age, or the age of rocketry. Okay. Close to territory claim. Upgrades, no. Okay. So who else is not attacked yet? You haven't. I think we want to take a turn to heal. Gonna do that. Okay. So this group is attacked and kind of encircled my troops at Nantes. We can definitely destroy the tank. Attacking the larger army would be preferable. Chance of destroying, please. 100. Okay. I kind of want to split this army in half. Attacking with just these, it's guaranteed loss. If I add in the leader also, it is a guaranteed win. Can the two howitzers destroy the tank? Yes, they can. No, I selected everyone. Can just the howitzers win? They can. Cap. The cursed tank is being dealt with. Oh my goodness. Okay, so apparently tank versus howitzer, they're pretty well matched against each other. So the tank has been mostly defeated, not quite destroyed. And then you all should be able to get a win here also. Hello? There we go. Do I get punished for splitting my armies? Not quite. Again, a feared, not finished off. Okay, in the middle we have a whole bunch of doughboys like that, who are totally encircled. I would like to drop back and support here. Probably the way to do that is to finish off this army. I need to bring reinforcements this way. Okay, we lost nothing there, surprisingly. These two guns are obviously very exposed. I think no one's strong enough to defeat them nearby. Okay, so we've taken this front. Sort of. Sort of. I would like to attack here with this army. I'd like to move the strongest group in to support them. That would be our musketeer. Okay, then all of you attack together. Guaranteed win. Veteran defensive gunner. Hey, it's the field marshal. I do wonder how long the field marshal is a useful leader. or if he'll always be the greatest of leaders. Attack with sword. So again, wins now mostly mean that they retreat. Now, I don't believe my stack of nothing here can do anything, correct? It's a win. I don't believe you. Oh, yeah. If you attack people who have already fled, it's a guaranteed win. Look at that. Army of Explorer and Leader 1 get a win. Good job, folks. Good job, folks. Okay. This army is mine. They've already attacked. It looks like everyone's attacked here except for this group and this group. You all can at least go sit next to them. I wish we could attack there. Into mains we go. Another Da Vinci tank being destroyed, I believe. Cool. Means destroyed. A tank army here. I'm going to roll forward in preparation for attacking Aeson also. Hey, the Germans brought forward another transport fleet. What are y'all full of? What are y'all full of? Transporting musketeers. The comparison of the battleship versus the age of sail ships. I have one galleon that can finish them off. Good. Okay, so I would like you to join the defense of this city. Cool. We could have finished off a group there. Now, an airplane says that they can do things. This is a biplane. It's not healed up. They're probably going to attack with planes again, I'm guessing. Capital attack. Knots can see this thing. There'll be no damage. Oops. Capital attack. Hello? Oh, capital attack on a tank. That's my army standing there. Tried to bomb my own army 2 or 3 times. Come on, click that. There we go. Finally got it. Tank destroyed. Who else do we see? Newly taken Philadelphia. Kill some settlers. Wahahaha. They have such high defense. Do I see any armies I'm not using? The 274th healed this turn. 76th is sitting here, that's correct. Okay. Making troops in Jian. Fine. My coffee's run out. I think after the next ad break, I'll grab some coffee. We have an ad break coming about 2 minutes. We'll do some crossword. Oh gosh, everyone's marching to Nantes at once. I believe that Nantes is going to fall. French city's falling. What? Germany wants peace. So we have taken things. Taken 2 or 3 cities. They've taken nothing. I believe I said I would accept nothing less than the complete destruction of the German people, so that I'm able to take the continent and I'll take the lead in research. I'm sorry, Germany. The war must continue apace. Philadelphia army, we're going to reinforce here, and then. Oh, the ad break started. I knew it was coming. I distracted myself. It actually has not started yet. It's about to start in 1 minute here, friends. We'll pause the game there. We'll then take Essen next turn. Are we the baddies? No. No, what do you mean we're the baddies? We're the player characters. We must be the goodies. Friends, 3 minutes of ads. See you on the other side of that. Thank you much. For now, let's see what else we can get done. Orange pieces. Wedges, slices. So it doesn't have to be pieces of like a mandarin orange. It could be instead something else that is orange. What are orange things? Allow me to now list everything I can think of that's orange. The sun in a child's drawing. Traffic cones. Morse code plea, probably SOS. Plans. aims, etc. A South Park character who wears a blue and yellow beanie. This is going to be a little bit of ignorance time. So, I know that there's a character named Stan. There's a character named Cartman. That would fit. So I'm going to say it's Cartman. Is it Cartman or Cartmen? Let's look and see what looks better. I think man instead. Cat. A basic skateboarding trick is probably an ollie. Parts of an oral tradition. A saga, a story, some lore. No idea. Pursuit that may be kept private. Secret hobbies. Guilty pleasures. Not sure. Bacon, yes, I appreciate the attempt to help, but please don't help me. I wish you remain helpless. Thanks for trying to help, though. I appreciate the generosity of spirit, at least. Do I know the Eluard poem, The Earth is Blue Like an Orange? I don't, but I love that. Florentine flutter. So what's the Italian word for a lot of water? Is it an agua? It might be, I kind of doubt it though. A short circuit. A basic diagram. A worry, a care possibly. Divorced pair. X's, I suppose. A gear items eschewed when cowboy camping. What do cowboys not have? Cars. They also don't have any of those, like, lanterns. They have no flashlights. Do they have no tents? Possibly. The downs now. Career soldier is a lifer. Final stages of an insect's metamorphosis. The imago. I actually have no idea. Can't be imago. Scientific blank. Shorthand method for expressing very large or small numbers. Scientific notation. Which means that's an O. Good. Struggling. In a hole. So I guess Bellini was right earlier. Liqueur in an Amalfi martini. Lemonade. Unless it's truly not an option. If that's, I don't know. Indication that allergic reaction, perhaps. Well, hives. Rashes. The jolts. Monte Rosa's range. I don't know who Monte Rosa is. If it's a singer, it'd be like alto, soprano. They might be actually mountains, so possibly the Alps. In which case, travel by air is not jumps or hops. It's no idea. T. So again, hives, rashes, a temperature, itching, a progressive pitchwoman. The progressive pitchwoman for Progressive Insurance is named Flo. Tortilla chip brand. Totino's. No, it's pizza rolls. Travel by air. Waft. It's toast something. Can't remember. Nitrogen containing compounds. Fine question that. The title character of Flower for Algernon, perhaps, the lab rat or lab animal, withdrew one's forces. What we will never do with the Germans. Withdrew one's forces, pulled out. Flamenco shout, ole! Can we get this then? Rough up is to maul someone, I bet. Okay, unless it's true on options that end with able, I assume. Ammonines. Ian sounds likely. Rough up, other than maul. No idea. Glass on glance. Glass sounds like chink or clink, I guess. Fountain offerings. So does. Oh, the ad break's over. I'm sorry. I want to keep going, of course. Exalted one's a deity. That's enough. All right. We have one more ad break in 1 hour, and then we will have to say goodbye after that. Friends, let me get some coffee real quick. Also, I forgot my my stream deck is not working. I have to manually change scenes today. I'm making some coffee. Be back in just a moment or four. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoy looking at the line here, because when I get back, we will attack Iraq. If only it were Baghdad, that'd be amazing. Attempted jokes that fail. Well, back in a moment. Thanks much. See you soon. Interestingly, on the Stream Deck, nothing is working except that button, but the microphone... Alright, hello again. Good to see you all. Hope things are good. It was time for the daily round of beloved Fritz, wishing I'd stay upstairs and play with him, but no time for playing with cats, only time to push buttons. Good to see you all. Hope things are good. Hope you had a good day. Alright, some nice messages. Thank you for saying things to each other during the break. But as promised, it's time for us to march on the Germans. We are likely to win this. Surprised to say, surprised to see. I think it's our last Da Vinci tank. Just hold the line, Da Vinci. Alright, it is a win indeed. We have the other army march in then. That should finish it off. Oh, can I get there? This army's in the way. Just go through the desert. Just walk through the desert, please. Maybe the tanks can't go through deserts. That'd be very funny if so. Alright. Well, we'll come around in preparation to attack that way next turn, hopefully. Why is Fritz afraid of the downstairs? He's only afraid of me talking in here, unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately, he's afraid of loud speaking, especially from men. And so though it's the case that Fritz and I are buddies, he does get a little bit concerned if I'm upstairs, or if I'm downstairs speaking loudly. So he'll come like 80% of the way down the stairs sometimes, but if I'm just coming home, our front door is just behind me. If I'm just coming home, the cat will absolutely like greet me at the door very excitedly, but in streamer time, he does not like it at all, unfortunately. Guru asks, is it true that I've forsaken ties on my head? I have not done ties on head as a reward for gift subs or tips in approximately like 3 years. It's been a very, very long time. And so yeah, definitely the case that though I appreciate tips and subs, I don't farm them, I guess, in the way I used to. Like, I used to try very hard to get people to tip and sub, but these days somewhat less so. If it happens, it happens, but I just don't want to look especially foolish. There's certain kinds of foolishness I'll get into on stream, but things related to a certain kind of joke I'm somewhat less into. But that's just me. Neppen has been destroyed. So lots of free territory for us now if we want to. Alright. So it's the case that the Germans have still encircled here. We're moving so slowly to get there. That group can rejoin this group. And together they can attack somebody. Nantes has its city attack still, I believe. Good. And now. Hype Zordies no more? I don't know. One of these days I might turn hype trains on. Because though I am grateful for tips and such, I don't know how to, like, say, give me money. And that's what it really comes to. Though I appreciate money. It allows me to, you know, pay the bills and all the rest. I don't want to be gross about it. And I think I haven't found a way to not be gross. We raise an improvement at some fishing villages. Attacking from all sides now. This stack, I guess I want to go liberate whatever's up this way. Say, give me money, yum. Maybe I should just accept that part of streaming. I've refused it for a very long time, but maybe I should just say, yes, the stream is now give me money, yum. And I'm going to say it exactly that way every single time. We're going to head north and see if we can find additional German naval targets. This seems very unlikely. Alright, the people inside of Nantes could attack north. We'll probably draw. We're going to keep you all on defense here. Good. Okay. This army has no one in range. I moved to the hills outside of Berlin and possibly with support behind. Hey, it's one tank. The game is mocking me about my bombers and such. More capital attacks. We continue to bombard the settlers. Poor settlers. At the beginning of next turn, I do want to see the comparative strength between ourselves and Germany now. I expect we're quite a bit farther up than previously. Did the Germans not move? A revolt! The poor people in China want more money and fewer working hours, etc. Absolutely not. We pay them off a one-time payment to guarantee that they will stop revolting. Yeah, Germany attacked absolutely nowhere. Really surprised by that. So what's our relative strength now? We have 8 regions, they have 7 regions. Their power is now about half of ours. So we've done some serious work taking it apart. Alright. Dusseldorf, a win? I don't know how we'll ever get these vassals to join us. Liberating them is a good way to start, though. Alright, this group heads up to... Maybe they take Freiburg themselves. Barbarian Freiburg take. Let's think our way through this. So there's 2 smaller armies behind. I'm considering ignoring them. Their larger stacks have gone this way. In the far north, we have this group. I'd sort of like to heal. We're gonna do that. Then we have one army here that can't defeat either of these. I might win against this one, but I'd feel better heading south. Take this win. That was not heading south. I should have taken the path more carefully. They're now in range for a capital attack. Good. Yeah, Berlin can bombard them. It won't do much damage, but still. Okay. This army... Can I get them here and attack this way? Not quite. They can drop back to the city, though, so I'm going to switch out who my city defenders are. Explorer guy! Explorer guy levels up. Good job, Explorer guy. Okay, we have defense again. Who else is there? The Army of Philadelphia. Huh. Interesting, the army we defeated here ran through our border. Fine. And then you all attack Essen. It's being taken. Nice, nice, nice. Again, I'm most excited that we'll be able to be the research leader after this. Do I get research from the vassals? Yeah, not a lot. 8.78 in total from all those vassals. But yeah, I wonder if this is like good research. I kind of doubt it. We need more paper making. Gotta find who to take over next. Like possibly Aeson. Or Nafplio. Be quite a bit of paper making there. We'll see, we'll see. Alright, the ships. Hello, Egypt. I mean you no harm. Hello, Germany. I mean you so much harm. These tanks can wipe out these. There is a way to tackle out leaving a tile. I just screwed it up earlier when I failed to move into the when I moved into the city's range accidentally. I just didn't push the button I meant to push. All right, let's head north. Hello, Grenadiers. Grenadiers, I believe you're just going to heal. Yes. So Xian must have a new troop. They have 1 horseback infantry. They can go so far. Oh my goodness. Crazy distance now. Yeah, we're getting big chaos from taking over all the cities recently. It's fine. We still have enough money to buy off some more chaos. Hello, Zheng Zhao. Hello, my friends. You need more power. So here comes a power building. 21 turns, you're going to be fine. Roma needs more power also, so central power for you. Cap attack at Philadelphia. Probably about 10 turns or so we'll defeat those settlers. Finish that group off. Good. This is the first battle it's actually felt like the first war. It's felt like we're really strategizing a little bit about movement. Partially because the line is so long. There's such a long border. Yeah, that's the capital attack we were afraid of. Also, who are these? Wait, in Berlin, I think it's a new kind of unit. Assault rifles. Must be an age of rocketry. Neat. Neat. Okay, so I don't want to stay here. Instead, attack into Augsburg. We'll surely lose that. We'll get you into some hills. Okay. This group with Explorer. You can't get to hills. Tiny armies this way. They're just air balloons. Ignore the air balloons. I look forward to someday seeing hot air balloon barbarians. That'd be amazing. Okay. I think we march on Berlin now. I think there's no one behind our line except the hot air balloons. I don't believe hot air balloons can take territory. Now, if they can, that's gonna be a horrible thing, but I don't believe they can. Over this way. We're thinking of rushing into more territory. They only have 1 howitzer, 2 tanks. So Augsburg is probably takeable. It's a draw for now. We're fine with that. Holy cow. That's a bunch of troops against us. 45 rounds. No one killed. The leader is close to dead. Tank is close to dead. We made our choice. We made our choice, how it works out. Unfortunately, it's out of enemy territory, so I can't use the warfare to heal him up. We could use forced march, which can never kill the group. They then can try to run away. We can then force march again to get into neutral territory. And then we can heal them. Cool. That's what we get for saving up all this warfare XP over a long period of time. Right, so let's head north with you. Next turn you'll come north also. Way over here in Essen, we don't need to care about this at all anymore. So join the attack on Hamburg. Same with you all. North. I don't know why I'm saying outside their territorial waters. Like, we can just go inside and destroy their fishing fleets. And there's Gnosis. Suddenly Greece. Okay. This army can attack Freiburg. There's nobody nearby. It'll draw. That's okay. Probably should have healed this group before sending them in. That's one heck of a draw. Musketeers defeated. So I believe we now have people dying faster than we're reinforcing them. That's definitely the case. Absolutely positively. Sure do wish I understood how to use my ships to attack. My boat, not boats, my airplanes. There's ornamental airplanes right now. Let's actually look that up. We're gonna go to the old Google real quick. Right, nothing much happened. That's fine. So to the old Google, this game is called Millennia. How attack airplanes. The history of fight Britannica. Hey, the word Millennia is not a good name for a video game. All right, we'll put PDX and see if that helps. You can lead tech on Millennia. That's good. That's good. Introduction to combat. Okay. Let's change how attack airplanes to what are they called? Bomber attack. This is Civ. Fighter planes intercept bombers. I want to know how I can use my bomber, though. That's the issue. This person's name is B-29 Bomber. That's what's causing this page to come up. Well, apparently no one in the world's having trouble with this one. It's just me. So, I was bigger already. Hello, wrong button. Welcome to the age of rocketry, my friends. We've entered a new age. Number 1, we have new governments. Number 2, the space race has begun. And number 3, national spirit slot is ready for us. Welcome to the age of rocketry with submarines, destroyers, National Guard, submachine guns, and the assault rifle. I would like to make space mine. To the moon! This age introduces a space race. It's a mega project, a multi-turn effort to complete a major endeavor before other nations. In this case, you're racing to be the first nation to land on the moon. To join or start the race, complete research to unlock the Space Center building. If in a variant age, where the Space Center cannot be researched, it's instead a Space Agency National Spirit. Okay. So next up, the Age of Visitors. Discover that we are not alone. ... The Age of Ecology. Social fabric tracks half completed, 4 of 6, get 2 more. Or the Age of Information. So I think the standard one is now create the internet. So the internet's a green nation or possibly aliens. Even though rocketry is probably not the best choice, we're going rocketry. Clearly. Alright, so new government ready. Peaceful revolution go. Is it time to get over the empire? I think it is. So, communist or democracy? 2 other people got here previously. Communism replaces luxury with large boosts in production and ideology, allowing for the speedy construction of high-level regions and towns. So get rid of luxury and you get a bunch of bonuses everywhere else. Selecting a factional government causes you to join its faction, replaces all buffs and unlocks from previous governments, so the empire goes away. Or democracy. They build up regional defenses and efficiencies, giving them time and space to generate enough knowledge beyond world power. I would like more knowledge. To win the space race, we're becoming Democrats. Look at her in her power suit. Wow. Alright. So it's time for the Cold War. I wonder who else is democracy. It better not be Germany. Got a faction, or got an achievement called OG Start a Faction. So maybe no one else is democracy right now. Number 1. Our nation grows stronger in new leadership. Get the executive office, more ideology points, and faction headquarters. So I do wonder how the game is going to model... the Cold War if it does. Can I see what ideology that our people are? So Germany is Age of Rocketry. They're fundamentalist. This is one I couldn't take. So you can be fundamentalist, Democrats, or communists. They chose fundamentalist. No idea what that does, but they have religion. The Egyptians are there also. The Egyptians are... I don't know. There's still a feudal monarchy. Has Egypt not updated their government ever? That's strange. Japan is forward also. Japan is media conglomerates. Maybe ideology doesn't show up here. Maybe ideology just doesn't show up, unfortunately. Okay. So, you can also choose national spirit. Someone else has already chosen the space agency. It's probably because they went fundamentalist since they couldn't get access to space agency. The Germans. Warfare Special Operations utilizes targeted attack to spawn units and cripple armies and infrastructure, even in enemy territory. 100 combat XP on that one. Or modernization. Investing in national infrastructure with huge boost of production, power, and improvement points. Silicon Valley. Knowledge, culture, wealth. I like knowledge very much. International finance. Spend wealth to make lots of wealth. Political science. Selecting this national spirit unlocks the ideology-generating political campaign project. Media conglomerate or pop culture. We're starting computers. Hello to you, Steve Jobs plus mustache. In the year 1865, we started Silicon Valley. Cool. Cool. All right, the capital can now get... Wait, isn't the governor's office a very old building? Why can you only now make it? Well, that's fine. That gives some kind of further bonus from vassals, I believe. Bonus government XP from having regions. That'll help us level up democracy faster. Alright, we can first do congressional halls. Bonus government XP from population of regions. Public archives, gain knowledge from research computers and computer simulations. We only have one of those. Or National Guard, militia units get more attack, more defense. The Germans never burst through. Take congressional halls first for more government XP. We can do more. We can do more. All we can do for now. And then Silicon Valley. We can do one of these. So the capital generates rare earth metals. +1 rare earth metal on 29 targets. Or knowledge gained from computers and computer simulation. We'll do rare earth metals for now. And work on mining more of those. Yeah, there they are. Any of my territories? We have the 2 here still. They're already being mined out. Oh, mining this gives us copper. I thought I was mining rare earth metals, but no, we weren't. Now we can do so. It costs 35 specialists, and next turn we can do that. Also, looks like Xi'an has 1 more space. They have no ideology at all. So how do I get an ideology building? The trash heap. Hey, we have apartment houses now. They want something I don't know how to give them yet. Inside the capital itself, is there an ideology building? The faction headquarters is probably that. We'll do that first instead, and then governor afterwards. Alright, we have a little more power. The apartment building is 2 power drain compared to the 0 currently happening there. We don't need population, eventually we will. The poorhouse can become apartment buildings, yeah. So no upgrades right now, too confusing. Oh, capital probably refers to all integrated cities. Good call. It's the capital of the region, not the capital of the nation. The only one that worries me is Xi'an, as Xi'an's the one that needs anything over 30 needs ideology. We have 3 places that need those. Also, Zhengzhou needs more power. It's in the process of making a power producer very, very, very slowly. I can help it out by putting a power station here, consuming all of my specials again. Alright. I wonder if there's space agencies in Berlin. Can I see that? We must take Berlin. We must stop the space race so that we can do this. The apartment building might produce ideology. So it does. That's weird. Does the apartment building have like a live feed that you must turn on once a day to listen to the speech of the great leader? Now we have no power again. We could almost claim a territory. I was not sure if you saw, but we can now hold up to 400 in a domain. So we now need 400 to finish off another social fabric point. I got 1 point for advancing in eras. Going to the arcology age, the age of green spaces, requires having social fabric tracks half completed. So what is half completed right now? Hitting 5 out of 10. So community can go there also. And there's just 1 more in tenacity we need. Good. The apartment building of the 10th association. That's good. We can vote at our home owners association, and it'll teach us how to vote in the public sphere as well. Xi'an, I may have to cut down a forest to get more power production. I don't feel great about that. Never mind about governor. Central power first. Then faction headquarters. Only 5 turns and then power will be fine again. When did I say I have to go relative to now? Probably in about 30 minutes. 25 minutes or so I gotta go. Thank you for keeping an eye on me. If I'm late to a meeting with Nom, she'll be pretty bummed. I don't want that. Alright. The assault on Berlin will begin presently. Right now I have to break through their defense there. Hey Mike, what's the maximum of towns per region at the end game? I don't know. It's only 1865. I believe we now have 3 towns per region, but I wouldn't be surprised for upgrades on that. Yeah, we're at 3 per region right now. Probably 4 at least, maybe even 5. We're only in the age of rocketry. That's a win. I pushed the wrong button. I held on shift, not control. We're advancing unnecessarily. R squared true. I saw there's a giant earthquake over in Taipei, the capital of Taiwan. Is large enough here that we were told there might be tsunamis on the west side. Now, you can't undo into battles. Oh, can you? I thought you couldn't undo battles. Well, that's shenanigans. I love it, but shenanigans. Thank you. Yeah, so there are potentially tsunamis in Okinawa in particular, off of Taiwan. But yeah, very sad. That's a larger earthquake than we've had here. To make vassals in towns, I don't believe so. I believe vassals just are cities. And to vassalize them, we have to have still more points, I believe, than we can ever afford. At 428, we now cap at 400, so they get to stay as vassals. And I don't believe there are released vassals decision, unfortunately. I'm curious to see how the game will develop as time goes on. Back to the front. Well, these German balloons are causing me trouble still. So one group defeated, great. Now, if these two attack in together, they will get a win. This is the weaker group. They're going to have some losses, probably. Explorer Eternal. The Explorer will never die. And then you all finish them off. Right. Okay. Berlin is increasingly open to our, we'll call it polite entree. We'll have the Horsemen support this group. This group is preparing to launch on Augsburg again. Okay. In the west, then, we're marching on Hamburg. We win with the first attack on either of them, I believe. This is a guaranteed win, the other one is not. Go Conquistador, go! "24 turns. Works just fine. Alright, was that a vassal? Actually, I don't know if that was a vassal or a proper city. We gotta be aiming at the proper cities, of course, because otherwise it'd take forever. They have 5 more proper cities. So I know Berlin's one. Whatever is here is one also. Okay. And then they have some up in the north here also. So whatever Aurora leads to is one as well. Cologne is also. So possibly landing from the north would be a good call now. Who's up next? You find troop here. So I think you were going to support the attack on Freiburg. Or did I move over to help with Augsburg? Okay, I'm going to move one group this way to help with Augsburg. And then this group, which can level up. Hooray. Now the proper submachine guns of the early guns. You'll head this way. And not find the capital yet, but hopefully soon. Ah! This tiny group takes Freiburg now. Good. And again, these are towns that we could leave just as they are, but more fun to weaken the Germans as we go. And still no capital. Okay, Hamburg having been taken. We have this group now. I think I see nothing except for Berliner Gnosis. And now I'm curious, how weak is Germany again? 2852. Alright, pretty good. So landing troops from behind could be a way to go, as they have no defenses at all, and many of the cities are completely open. Fortaleza, the National Guard. So under suppression of 16, the National Guard is the upgrade from the Shield and Spear level 2 guards. Guard Reserves, I believe they're called. We don't know that right now. Our Unrest is still absolutely zen. That's from the big advance from last playthrough. though we've learned how to keep people largely zen. Last playthrough unrest was absolutely everywhere. It was an absolute disaster. You need more education. The university does just that. Continue bombing our poor old friends here. Half health now. It's a Wednesday, isn't it? This is very strange. Today's my first day of teaching this week. So I keep thinking it's Monday, but no, we're halfway through the week. Anytime I have a day off from teaching, I just forget entirely where I am and what I'm doing. Innovation, the private schools, a free nation, this is the democracy of China, allowed its citizens to speak their minds. This has had an effect on the nation's wealthy elite, who've decided to create their own league of private institutions to teach the next generation. As a byproduct, these institutions generate profits. We tax the schools for 5 wealth. We don't need wealth. Alright, Egypt's cranky again. That is the least exciting innovation we've ever gotten. So, they used to give us Da Vinci balloons. What do they give us now? Maybe Leipzig's the capital. What do they give us now? They give us wealthy people privatizing the schools. Not what I wanted. Only we were communists would have worked much better. Okay, so group to Augsburg. Draws for now. That's fine. No loss on our side at all. What's still alive is their biplane. So that counts. Poor biplane. Now, this group is going to help with Augsburg also. But has Augsburg been driven back already? We're instead going to move up to help with Leipzig. And then this group the same. So next turn, all 3 of these will rush in, probably. I mean China in, not Russian. Okay, as mentioned, it's... I want to have an assault of Berlin, but we need to have a round of healing for sure. Oops. So if we just take their properly owned cities, the vassals spin out freely. So I'll probably try to focus a little bit more on those. Still no claim territory. But just think about how colonization works and how, like, colonization works today. The idea of having to wait a long time to say, may I please own this territory? It's a little bit silly. Like, anything that my nation touches belongs to me unless someone else has claimed it. But that's how it works now. I'm going to force march this group, because we're done with commanders. And force march will let us just march in again and finish off this group here. Neat. Okay. You'll join the assault on Berlin with our Da Vinci tank. And regions are idle. Abdera once again. Maybe some tanks. Great. Abdera has some troops hanging out on it. 2 more tanks. It's nice. Philadelphia has a target again. Very silly. Very, very silly. If only a way to, like, convert the enemy. I know that there's a way to convert barbarians at a certain point in history, a long time ago, but it just feels silly bombarding settlers. Maybe they refuse to do anything but speak Greek. Greek? Sorry, anything but speak German. I don't know why I was thinking Greek suddenly. Factions! During this age, you can reform to a more modern government. Adopting any government of the age makes you a member of that faction. All other nations that adopt the same government are members of the same faction. Nations of the same faction receive a diplomacy buff, while those of different factions have a diplomatic penalty. When you accept a government, you can see the ideology over here. Welp. The top faction is fundamentalism. The second faction is me. I'm the only democratic nation on Earth. So the fundamentalists have 317 points into their ideology. At 2,500, you get corporate R&D. These are probably different if you're a fundamentalist or a communist. I think everyone else on Earth are fundamentalists. United we stand. Spawn assault rifle units in every region based on your number of allied nations. Cannot be used if you're in any unjustified war. Is that an offensive war? Possibly. And lastly, unlocks the ability to spend wealth to rush research. Wow. That'll be great. Absolutely great. I've got a whole bunch of points. So Abdra still has more power availability. I really hope those balloons can't attack Munich. It's going to be very silly if they can. I'm moving these tanks over to shoot down the balloons. I don't know if we can actually aim up that far, but here we go. The balloon men have a pistol or maybe like a scatter shot gun. Well, good job, folks. Alright, the assault on Leipzig shall start now. I want to finish off with this group. Actually, not necessarily. Because the group that's weak in there is just my level 1 barbarian. So if you attack first, it's a draw. Wait, why are you attacking that direction? No. Huh. I want to try to avoid the forest. Because the forest stops our movement. Okay. If you all go to here, you can attack that way. Likewise for this group. Sorry? Likewise for this group, to here. So the first attack comes from the south then. Is there a limited number of outposts? Not that I know of. As long as there's space for them, you can add more. And you might know you can assign your outposts to different cities. Man, if I make a video for this game, like a quick tutorial video, there are a number of things that are just really hidden. A number of buttons that are useful but not explained anywhere. So things like how on earth do you move materials from one nation to another one, or how do you use your bombers, or how do you specialize your outposts and towns, etc. This should be a quick victory. Anti-air guns were not so good against anti-ground. Leipzig has been liberated. Hooray! This should be down another region now. They're at 4. So 1 region, 2 proper regions. Running bombers are an in-game help thing. I don't think so. 3 regions? 4 regions? 3 regions. Cologne is 4th region. Okay. We know our targets. Let's see. How do bombers attack? That's the question. A fixed-wing combat aircraft for bombing ground targets. I agree. How do I use them, though? Maybe miscellaneous. Air Force again. Okay. Capitals with a plus next to them have Air Force. Select the location to toggle between the Air Force, Army, and any other information. Bombers can be manually sent to attack ground or naval units within intercept range. Is it possible that I'm not actually in range? So, I thought I moved the bomber forward. Is that Delphi possibly? No, where's the bomber? We will get this thing to work eventually. It's an Air Force. This is a bomber. That's a new bomber. My old bomber was destroyed. Okay. So they bombed my bomber. That's a real bummer to have them bomb my bomber. Oh, I think I'm clever, do I? Alright, forward to Leipzig. Now maybe next turn we actually bomb something with it. Assault on Berlin. Here we go. Strongest units. Looking at people with the big guns shooting on walls. Looks like draws regardless. So, we'll start with this group. We have a biplane with us. So does the biplane come and fight if it's in range? Because I definitely didn't select it. So maybe that's it. Maybe the defensive... I'm attacking though. Why is my biplane here? Well, it's not here anymore. It got nicely shot down. We're gonna have some dying, I believe, by the end of this thing. Alright. Y'all are still fine. So group number 1's attacked. Here comes group number 2. Ostensibly another draw. Fine. No biplane this time. They're only the anti-aircraft gun and the biplanes now. So one more attack will do it. My game is absolutely lagging terribly right now. Oh, there you go. Berlin is ours. Okay, 15 populace were killed in that siege. That feels pretty bad. On the backside now, we have a small German deployment. And again, this entire war is so that I win in the space race. Which, that's not a noble ambition, is it? There's one more small German units. You all can't quite get there, unfortunately. My plane joined because they had a plane. It was in range for battle. Malted, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So if there's a biplane in range, it will show up. I thought they were used only defensively. They can be used offensively, but I can't choose that. It's only based on, is there something in range? Got it. I mean, while we're here, we can hit Argos and Gnosis. They're both vassals, but may as well. We have found the German Navy. It's an explorer. Hooray. Fine work. Let's can upgrade actually to a battleship, even better. The rest of the Navy's arriving now. Luyang getting sanitation ideally. If everyone else is the fundamentals, I'm the good guy. I'll take that. I'll definitely take any story that makes me the good guy here. Luyang. This is not open territory. This is, so I'm going to clear cut this and finally give it a new trash heap. That's the wrong button. Find a new trash heap. Cool. We can also go and just give it more cash crop there. Only power, actually. Well, power later. Next region. Luyang. I thought we built something already. Let's get the tower crane for production. Philadelphia, she's bombarding. Great. Leipzig sees someone there. Now gone. Bad Sulza. Bad Sulza is a great name. Wish my place were called Bad Sulza. I wonder if Bad Sulza and the name Baden share a commonality. Rebellion is happening. We pay them off. Battleship should sink instantaneously now. Maybe we'll get heavy transport eventually, but for right now, that's just fine. Cologne is a proper city with a very small deployment. I guess there's a city right here. This is a weird region. It's a lot of water and Frankfurt. That's a bit surprising. Let's see if we can scout it out anymore. we're still too far away to see what's there. Okay. This army is supposed to march on Berlin. It's done for now. Go ahead and finish off this group here. I wonder if my field marshal's still alive. I sure do hope so. You'll grab Argos real quick. Did not check to see if it's an automatic win. It is, though. We're good. I wouldn't exactly mind letting Sweden and Egypt and Japan own the other continent. I think that's right noble of me, in fact. Just like what Kalimdor and... I've forgotten. What's the name of the alliance continent in World of Warcraft? Is it Azeroth, maybe? Azeroth and Kalimdor? Something like that. I'm so glad I've forgotten that, because there is a possibility of growth in my time. I've forgotten, thank goodness. That's right, only to half the world. Just my proper territory here. All the rest of it can belong to the minor races. Oh gosh, what am I saying? Monstrousness coming. So there's another force here. We'll head that way. So we'll guard up at Leipzig. Wait, no, you're my bomber. I have a bomber. The bomber can attack Frankfurt. Here we go. It might win all by itself. Wait, it said it had a chance of winning. It dropped only one bomb. I don't believe you, video game. I don't think it ever had a chance to win. I think that's just absolute fake news. Alright, so more troops north. These tanks have been chasing down these balloons for a while. Let's keep that up. Again, they've been scared off. Keep chasing them for a while. I can move out a city guard to help with that, possibly. Hey, it's Dortmund. There it is. Sweden and Germany have ended their war. The Germans begged for peace. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, maybe the win is just heading the bombing run? That would make a lot of sense. One balloon persists. Just the one. I think 2 turns, the German war will be done. Basically all of today's stream than that. Oh gosh, it's noon. Oh no. Oh no. I need to go. If I don't go very soon here, I'll be late for a meeting. Just one more turn. Just one more turn. Okay, you can get to Cologne. If you do so, do you win? You do. So they should have one more region now. Just leave now? No, it's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. It's all fine. Don't you worry. I'll walk fast. I swear I'll walk fast. I just need to take Dortmund and we're done. It'll be the best thing ever. Hooray! Oh no! There's one more! I think it may have turned the, they may have turned a vassal into a nation I didn't realize. Never mind, it can't get done this turn. Which means... Alexandria? Alexandria, what are you doing as German? Is that the last one? It is the last one. Friends, I do have to go, unfortunately. I wanted to finish the war, but we'll have to do it tomorrow. Tomorrow. It's a Thursday. We'll have a nice long stream. We'll get the space race going in a big way. So thanks for being here. I hope you enjoyed yourself. It was a good time for me. As always, I enjoy spending time with you all every single day, except for Sundays, but most days at least. So thanks for being here. Thanks for the friendship and the follows and the subscriptions and everything else you do. It's wonderful of you. Back tomorrow. Take care. Bye. Bye. I can't say the word bye. Goodbye. There we go. See you. Oh, also don't worry, I'm gonna run an ad and then go away. So ads running, just don't worry. 3 minutes of hanging out quietly. Bye.